Reserves Grand Final, Wandin done by Narre Warren. They'll be looking to make it a 2 out of the day. They had a nice win in the netball as well. Came from behind and had a 1 goal victory there. So it's been a day so far for Narre Warren, and Wandin will be looking to upset that. And a change from last week's team for Wandin. I've noticed that Tommy Molino's not in the side, so they've had somebody come in for him. They're all just lining up now, and Aidan will be our master of ceremonies.
On behalf of Adelaide Football Netball, I'd like to welcome you here today to Rob Porter Recreation Reserve for the 2024 Premier Data Premier Division Senior Men's Grand Final. We would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. Congratulations to Narre Warren and Wandin on making it to today's Grand Final. Narre Warren finished the home and away in first place with 17 wins and 1 loss and won their way to today's match through the second semi-final. Wandin finished in third place with 15 wins and 3 losses and are played in each week of finals to be here today. I would also like to congratulate our umpires who will be officiating in today's game. I would now like to invite all of those who are able, and please remove your hats, for the Australian National Anthem.
So Aidan just joins me over after doing the netball over there. Just let him grab his headset on there. Welcome over, Aidan.
Trent, what an unbelievable game, just like we had in, it wasn't extra time, but would you believe the scoreline was exactly the same from last week? It was just 1 goal the difference, 42-43. Narre Warren back-to-back premiers. They couldn't do it against Mount Evelyn all season, Trent, but when it mattered most, they got the win. And, well, Britt Machado let me know about it too. I tipped Mount Evelyn through the week, and she walked past me and she just said, "You got your tip wrong, Aidan," and she was absolutely right. I couldn't say anything, but it was a fantastic win. It was an unbelievable grand final. You could not separate the two teams all day, and a well-deserved win by Narre Warren. They farewell the Outer East competition with back-to-back premierships in the A-grade netball, and they want to try and do the same here in the football, Trent. It should be a very massive game. Once again, it was the 2 grand finals from last year. Wandin trying to go back-to-back, Narre trying to get their revenge. Who are some of the key players you're looking out for today, Trent?
Some of the key players that I've written down to look out for, we'll start off with the Wandin side of things. Chase Black I've written down, averaging 24.2 disposals across the whole season. Very good through the midfield. Paddy Brazizi, the skipper, although he hasn't been getting as much disposals as such this season, only averaging the 20.9. When he gets it, he uses well and hits the scoreboard. And Aaron Mullett, what more can you say about him? He's kicked the 54 goals as a high half forward and can push up through the midfield and get those clearances out as well if needed. Narre Warren, you got Kurt Mutimer, 27.4 disposals and averaging 8.5 clearances a game, just ultra consistent. Then Tom Toner, we love watching him play, just under 20, averaging under 20 disposals a goal, but what's most important about him is he hits the scoreboard. He's hit the 19 goals this season, and then Will Howe up forward has kicked the 51 goals.
There we go. So there's some of the key players Trent's looking out for on the two teams here today. They're not wasting any time. Trent, the big one, I think, for Wandin today, Cody Hurst back into the side. He hasn't played at all through the final series. He didn't play, I think it was the last 2 weeks before the home and away season, but he did pass the fitness test throughout the week, and he has been deemed fit to play. He's going to be such a massive inclusion for this Wandin side.
Yeah, definitely. Was he him who won the medal?
Yes, he did. He won the medal last year.
It was Atkins on your 13 and 14, but yeah, he was magnificent in that grand final last year, so it'll be a good addition to add him in.
No, they'll be very happy with that, and it does look like, Trent, once again, Todd Garner is going to start forward. He played forward last week, and we'll have a look. We'll have a look to see how he goes today. So he is going to start.
So obviously tested that out last week. Did look pretty good up there, and they're open to throwing the magnets around in the biggest game of all.
No, exactly right, Trent. So we will see what happens in this Premier Division A grade. So no, just the Premier Division Grand Final, I should say. We're not going to be too far away here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve. Umpire ready in the middle. He holds the ball aloft, and we are underway. Charlie Wood up against Hayden Dwyer in the ruck to start us all off. Dwyer goes early. He wins the tap back. Mutimer couldn't quite take the ball cleanly. Comes out the side, and it looks like Wandin are going to get the first centre clearance inside forward 50. Here's Todd Garner already taken in the tackle by, looks like Johnson. And the umpire is going to call for a stoppage, early days. So let's see what they can do here. Up it goes once again. Wood just smashes it out from the back. He couldn't quite get onto a teammate, though. They soccer it forward. Narre have got numbers back here. Tonner gets a kick out of defence momentarily. How does this work? Bit of an interesting one. Bit of a wobbly ball. Batira couldn't quite get under his control, but eventually through the middle of the ground they go, and the bounce not very good for Van Duren. Narre Warren can load up and go inside forward 50. Here is Kurt Mutimer. Gets the ball to half forward, and Tom Toner, who seems to have started forward, he's dropped the mark.
He started deep forward today, now the square.
Here we go. Tommy Hines gets Wanda moving out of defence, and a beautiful kick and presenting up to the ball as Hodgett couldn't quite take the mark. He's got a bit of heat coming his way. Got to get the handball off. Eventually he does. Once again, Wandin looked to go inside forward 50. Johnson is there, but it was knocked away by Papworth. Now Narre Warren once again regain control of the ball. Long kick to the outer side wing. Can a mark be taken? No. Spills over the back. Coming across is Sam Hodgett. He's taken in the tackle straight away. Frantic start so far in this grand final. Now Narre get the ball bobbling forward, and it trickles over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play. Get a bit of a look through here through the binoculars. See how both sides line up in this stoppage. So Charlie Wood once again comes over up against Hayden Dwyer. So boundary throw in. Up it goes. Wood to the front, but it's Dwyer eventually just taps it down to Mutimer. Mutimer hands it away to Tonner. Tonner did that pretty well to West, but West just ran into a bit of trouble, and they've turned it over. Here is Chase Black, hands it off just in time. Onto the hands of Atkins, who can't control it. Does he keep it in play? No, he doesn't. So disappointing result there for Brody Atkins, unable to control the ball, and we'll have a boundary throw in once again on the outer side wing. So we'll get another look. Up it goes. Wood again to the front. No, it was Dwyer who just got there at the last moment. Mullet hands it away, but he's turned it over, and now Narre Warren once again can counter-attack. Long kick down the line. No mark can be taken. Will Howe presents his first real look, but he can't quite get it under his control. Wandin want to go back the other way. I think the umpire spotted a free kick here, has he? There's going to be a boundary throw-in. Now it's just going to be thrown in once again. It's a boundary throw-in on the outer side. Bit of a gridlock at the moment on the wing. Neither side can really gain an advantage. Up it goes. Dwyer just grabs it out of the ruck, gets away from traffic, hands it away. I think it was Sewers, but he was under all sorts of pressure. And now Chase Black on the build. Handball. He was looking for Beckwith, but Paddy Hodgett should be able to run onto this. Can he get it under his control? Gets the handball away just in time. Beckwith goes back. He was taken high. And Wandin can reload. So it looks like Black is it. Chips it into the pocket. He's turned it over. And Narre can get moving out of defence.
So Narre now move it from half back to go short. And they go long up the line to a couple of targets down there. Going to mark me taking it back. It's a nice mark by Will Howe. Yeah, he's pushed it far up the ground there. And he sends it long in there to Dan Toner. But it's cut off there by the Wandin defender. He goes back in and lays a tackle though. And he looks to find the line. And he's paid insufficient intent. So Dan Toner will take this. He'll load up from 50, sends it long into the forward line. Jesse Davies is there, unable to hold the mark. Tom Toner goes in hard, cops a hard hit as well. Can they get this ambulance? Siwis is there as well. So it's going to be a ball up in the square of the Narre Warren's forward line. Good commentator. So balls the ball back up here. Davies gets the tap down. Wanting link up for a couple of handballs, look to clear it out for Jaworski. He comes up the middle and finds Black. Black at half back now. Black goes wide. Kick might favour Beckwith as it gets out the back if he can keep it in play. No, he can't. So it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. As you see the crowd packed out there on the far side. Underneath the tents. As they throw the ball back into play now. So they move the ball forward here from the contest. Just learn to see there's going to be a clean possession one here. And the tackles are laying. The umpire's going to ball this one back up. As you can see, Aiden Mullet up around the ball.
Yep. No, it's been a feature of this final series, and it's worked pretty well, I have to say, too, Trent.
This ball's thrown up here. And Dwyer goes out of the ruck, but he's met front on with a tackle. Black goes back in and gets it. But Narre Warren mop it up. Gentile, he's bumped off the ball as he kicked it. But it's told to play on, so now Narre Warren under pressure as they go back in and get it. Here's Paddy Brazzi, the skipper, puts it into half forward line, side forward 50. He's done that well to Paddy Hodgett, Inspector Gadget. Paddy Hodgett pushes back.
Around.
What's Inspector Gadget got in store today? Gives the handball out the back. Long ball! Just missed across the face.
I think that was Mullet.
So, just across the face of Mullet. As Narre Warren looked to bring it outside defensive 50.
So Narre looked to go to the outer side of the ground. Up and under balls. A low trajectory, sorry. In fact, it was. It comes to Will Howe. Looks inboard for the moment. Howe. Long kick down the line. Davies flew and took the mark. Beautifully done. And he should look to put him in, but he's got no one at home. Eventually, Dan Toner tracks back into the pocket. Does he spot him? No, he doesn't. Umpire calls him to go, so he's just going to go long to the top of the square. Toner. No, knocked away by Ladner. Heads towards the boundary line, and the boundary umpire says it's out of play. So we will have a boundary throw in the forward pocket. So low scoring to start. 6 minutes into the first quarter, and just the one behind so far the way of Wandin. Narre, though, with a good look. So Davies will go up in the ruck on this occasion. Still Wood for Wandin. Up it goes. Davies to the front. Eventually just gets a little fingertipper on it. And once again, another stoppage. So up it goes. Wood probably got the better of it. And just a gridlock in there now. Neither side really able to break free. So he can find a bit of space. It's such a big ground. A lot of numbers at this stoppage. Once again, up it goes. Wood got the better of the tap, but it was Shark. A little kick towards goal. What can Will Howe do? He lets the ball bounce in front of him, and Wandin just happy to concede and rush it over. So scores level. One behind apiece. 7 minutes into the first quarter. Narre Warren off the mark, and that's not a great kick. But but Todd Garner, how about that from the back? Takes the mark. Gets the ball moving forward. Cody Hurst. Can he win this one-on-one against Johnson? He did well. He got rid of Johnson. He just can't quite take the ball cleanly. Cody Hurst paddles the ball in front of himself. Does he keep it in play? No. Boundary throw-in. Right in the broadcast wing, just forward to centre for Wandin. And Hurst will come off for a break. So on comes Chase Black and Brody Atkins. Oh, no, Brody Atkins, in fact, comes off. Comes on, sorry. So Wood and Johnson. Dwyer to the front. Gets the tap, heads straight towards the boundary line. Mutimer. Can't keep it in play. And once again, it'll be another boundary throw-in. So we wait once again. So boundary throw in. Up it goes. Dwyer to the front. Oh, just over the head of Gentile. Back it comes. Manson. Long kick towards Zeitsman. Oh, what about that for an intercept mark by Joel Zeitsman? Just plucked it in the one hand. He had his name written all over it. Very great there from one of the Narre Warren co-skippers. Long kick out of the defensive 50. In comes Jesse Davies, another good, strong contested mark. He started the game well. Hands it off. Now Narre can get the ball moving. Long kick to about half forward. Fisted away by Hines, but it fell straight to the lap on that occasion. There at Braden Sharp. West just lost the ball at the wrong time. Sharp goes in once again. He's taken by Tommy Hines. Umpire circling. Calls them to go. And there's a free kick. And 25 metres is going to be paid. And Braden Sharp should have the first goal of the grand final coming up. Not the result that Wandin would have wanted. But Braden Sharp, let's see. I think it is going to be... No, not quite in the goal square. So he's got a little angle to contend with. But shouldn't be too much of a problem for Braden Sharp. So, from only about 10 metres out, a little angle. Braden Sharp, this for the first goal of the grand final. In he comes, and he puts it away, straight over the goal umpire's cap. Narre Warren on the board with the first goal. They get a 6-point margin, 9 minutes into the first quarter.
Good start here from Narre, first goal on the board.
Very handy that was, so 1-1-7.
Push out to a 6-point margin, already been going 9 minutes. It didn't look like leading goal opportunities were coming, but they've pounced on this one. No,
exactly right. And Sharp did really well, just 2 or 3 really good efforts there. Eventually won the ball his way, and I think just a little bit of lip from one of the Wandin players has resulted in that 25, and Sharp held his nerve beautifully, so it's back in the middle once again.
So ball back in the middle here. Dwyer again wins that tap down. Black gets the ball and looks to get the clearance. Gets the handball wide to the wing. Narre Warren gain possession though, but now he's tackled. Going in to try and get it was Muller, who looked like he'd come off the back square there. And Narre Warren get the clear and keep moving it forward. They're going to stay in play. Toner is chasing after it. He's got the ball's going to beat him to the boundary line. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. So the ball to be thrown back into play here. I swear to God, I reckon I've dropped this pen 5 times. And I'm bloody sick of it by now. As the ball is thrown back into play now. Dwyer gets the front position, then gets the tap down, then goes and gets his own ball as well. Gets a slight handball over there, shouts a ball. The umpire says play on. It's at the top of the 50 now. Now the inside 50 kick. Gentili's there, Davies is there. I know we'll take the mark, but a contest is made and a big tackle is laid deep inside the forward 50. And it's going to be balled up there. About 25 from home.
Yep. Where's Tom Toner? This is his kind of situation, Trent.
Hamish West is definitely looking dangerous too. Davies goes up and gets that tap down. Going hard after it. Snap towards goal. Gentili!
There we go. Gee, neither of the blokes we called Trent, but Peter Gentile, very, very handy player. Puts through Narre's second goal. This is a really good start. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes.
Yeah, good start here from Narre. Obviously read that off the tap there, Gentili. Always a consistent performer for Narre Warren. Just read that beautifully. We'll see how Wandin can respond here. You see Beckwith come on here as well. They'll want to get Brazzi back on as soon as they can as well. So the ball will come back into the middle here. So Dwyer and Wood will still go at it. Ball thrown up here. Dwyer wins that tap. Then looks to try and follow up his work. But it's Wandin who get the handball out. It's over the top handball there by Byrne. And a tackle is laid and it's holding the ball. It's going the way of Narre Warren and it's Tom Toner. Toner now lines up, puts it deep inside the forward 50. Gentili again!
Oh, here we go.
35 from home. Directly in front. Gentili will line up for his second in a matter of a minute.
This will be a great start for Peter Gentile. And the thing is too, Trent, is he was really good 2 weeks ago. So this will be a real good confidence booster to really keep his finals form going.
Gentili now. Kicked the one just earlier. A beautiful crumbing goal off a ruck tap. Now his chance to kick a set shot goal. Gentili comes in. Begins his approach. Slow and subtle. Kick looks pretty good off the boot. He's got 2.
Great.
Now we have 3 as well.
Great start for Peter Gentile. 3-1-19 now to 1 behind to Wandin. Trent, they've got to start making some inroads soon, the Dogs.
It looks like they're going to have a ruck change in the Dogs as well in there because Wood has just come off the ground. So it'll probably be Johnson, we assume, will go in.
Clint Johnson, yeah. I think this is going to be an interesting one. They're going to need to look at Trent. I reckon another ruck recruit over the off-season because Johnson's done really well, but you really do prefer to have him forward, but he has had to do a lot of ruck duties over these last couple of weeks, so up it goes. Dwyer fell over, but he also managed to gather control of the ball. Now Johnson did well on hands and knees, but he's taken in the tackle, and eventually the umpire calls for it, so we will have a stoppage right in the middle of the ground, so take 2 in the centre. Up it goes. Toner, oh, he nearly came away, but they just couldn't quite take it clearly. Brazzi gets Wandin moving forward, and Cody Hurst, is it no, Daniel Hurst takes the mark. He just somehow found a bit of room inside forward 50, and Daniel Hurst, who has had a pretty good final series so far, just got a little bit of separation. And Joel Zeetzman can't quite believe that that's been able to happen. But anyway, this just has to go through. Wandin really need a bit of a spark. So Daniel Hurst from directly in front, about 30 metres out, to get Wandin on the board with a major. In he comes. Such a massive moment in this grand final. And Daniel Hurst makes no mistake, puts it straight over the goal umpire's cap. Wandin on the board, 14 minutes into quarter number 1. They've got their first.
Goals coming out everywhere, Aiden. It was a great start to this grand final.
Exactly right. There we go. Just the response. We take a look at the Carshaw replay here, Trent, and just a beautiful finish there from Daniel Hurst. Goal umpire did not move. And we'll see if Cody can get involved a little bit later on. But he has really stepped up in this final series, has Daniel. As the ball comes back into the middle. So once again, Clint Johnson up against, it looks like Jesse Davies on this occasion. So Hayden Dwyer getting his first little break from the ruck duties.
Kip Mutimer's deep forward as well.
Yeah, very interesting. So Narre throwing all the on balls down there. Brazzi ragdoll there by Tom Toner. And the umpire said, no, it wasn't legal. So Wandin should get back-to-back centre clearances here. Brazizi just steps away from Toner, then loads up on the right. To the outer side he goes, looking for Cody Hurst, but the kick just didn't really find him. And it just goes over and out. It'll be thrown back into play on that outer side. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. So once again, looks like it'll be Johnson up against Davies. And, oh, gee, the boundary throwing getting absolutely taken by the wind here. Davies just thumps it forward. Oh, Sewers just didn't quite get the bounce of the ball. Burn backtracks to Fury, who did well. Stepped away from a couple. Comes out to Garner, but it misses him. And once again finds its way over. It'll be thrown back into play once again. So another boundary throw in. Up it goes. Davies tried to soccer it forward, but couldn't do so. Wandin currently got the ball in their control. Sewers did well, but he was taken on the tackle straight away. Umpire calls him to go. And now the Dogs get the ball moving forward. Here's Daniel Hurst once again. Comes up to the ball. Met it. Did Tonna hold him? No, umpire happy to let it go. I think we'll have another boundary thrown this time at half forward for the Dogs. So what can they create here? As mentioned, boundary throw. It looks like, once again, it'll be Johnson against Davies. Up it goes. Johnson got to the front, but Davies won it from the back. Nearly got it down to Batira. Eventually, Narre get the ball clear for the moment. High up and under ball. Can a mark be taken? West is there, but it's over his head. And boundary throw in once again.
Ball's on the far side of the ground now. To be thrown back in. We have been going 16 minutes into this first quarter. 3-1-19 Narre Warren lead. Wandin 1-1-7 as the ball's thrown back into play now. Davies goes up against Johnson. Davies wins that tap, but it's Wandin who parked himself back there and taking it and getting under control with Fury. Gets a handball out, but it's a tackle laid now. How's the umpire going to see this? It looks like it might have gone over the line. I'm assuming that's what the whistle is. It looks like they're going to ball this one up. I'm not quite sure what's going on, Aiden. Yep, boundary throw in. Here we are. He had to just go fetch the ball. So boundary throw in to be here. Johnson up against Davies. Johnson gets the front position. Davies gets the punch from behind. Now they will lay the tackles to Wandin, and it's going to be another stoppage in play for another ball up on the far side of the ground. So the ball's thrown up now to resume play. Johnson winning that tap this time. Brazizi gets a handball out, but it's Narre Warren who come away with the ball. Kick towards their forward line. Can someone take it cleanly? Here they go, they move it forward now. Chancer at the back, Munimo off the ground. No, but West gets it on the rebound and kicks a magnificent crumbing goal. All for luck.
Beautiful finish.
Just fell in his lap and he finished off the work, Aiden.
That was absolutely brilliant there, Trent. Once again, Narre, they get this response. They get it back to 18 points the margin. They'll be very happy with this start, that's for sure.
Especially because last year it was such a big victory that Wandin did defeat them by. That would have hurt big time.
Well, that's it, exactly right, Trent. You knew that they had the hunger, but certainly you're right. I think the memories of last year's grand final would have been fresh in the Narre Warren minds.
50-60 on that?
63 in the end it was, yeah. It just wasn't Narre's best day, so it's up in the middle once again. Davies won a tap, and here's Tom Toner. Out. Oh, no, he missed the handball, but it doesn't matter. Here's Peter Gentile once again. He's had a really good game so far. Out he comes, and here's our man Dan Toner on the end of this one. And he directs a couple of troops as well. Does the Narre Warren number 27. Toner loads up on that right boot. Sends him inside forward. 50. Lewin Jones is parking himself underneath it. Dwyer nearly took the mark, but eventually Tommy Hines gets the handball away. Here is Ladner. Loads up on the left. Long kick out of the stoppage. Can a mark be taken here? No spills to ground level. Davies tracks it back. Finds Tom Toner. Toner can get them moving. Long kick up and under ball. Dwyer is there. Lewin Jones can't take the mark. And will Howe get one out the back? No, he can't. And eventually Tommy Hines gets Wandin moving out of defence. But for how long can Cody Hurst take the mark? He won't. And he won't get the bounce of the ball his way either. Batira got there, but it was good pressure applied from Cody Hurst. And he sees it over, and there will be a stoppage. And a handy little bit of pressure there from Cody Hurst, because it was a 2-on-1 situation, and Narre were going to be pretty dangerous if that ball got back inside forward 50. So once again, boundary thrown on the outer side. Up it goes. Davies against Wood. Davies to the front. Taps it back to Sewers, who puts him inside forward 50, but he's turned it over. And Damien Fury takes the mark, and he can get Wandin out of defence once again. Fury will load up. Oh, it's a wobbly ball, and Davies couldn't quite take the mark. He just spilled it at the last moment. Still a chance, though, for Jacob Mutimer if he can send him inside forward 50, but Narre going to get a free kick here through Davies. Can you believe that? So Jesse Davies. High up and under ball. Can a mark be taken here? Dwyer is there! Has he got it? Yes, he has. And the big man wins out, and he will have a look. He's only about 25 metres out. He's got a bit of an angle to deal with, but Hayden Dwyer...
One of the good things about Dwyer, Hayden, is not only is he a good ruckman, but he gets mobile around the ground and can push forward and take a big grab.
He most certainly is, and he's had a big job this year with the absence of Lockie Benson, who, of course, went to South Belgrave this season. He's had a massive job. So Hayden Dwyer, and he comes. Big opportunity to make it 4 goals the difference. And he makes no mistake. It is a 4-goal difference. This start for Narre Warren just keeps getting better.
Yeah, they've really come out firing here. How are Wandin going to respond? This is not the start they would have wanted at all.
No, it's almost the exact opposite of what we had last year, Trent. But this is what Narre would have needed, just to settle the nerves early days. This will give them plenty of belief, because as we know, they certainly would have been a little bit nervous about last year's grand final coming into today. So this is exactly what they would have needed.
You're most certainly right. As the ball is brought back to the middle now. It's going to be balled up here. Davies against Wood. Davies gets the tap down. Gentili almost. But it falls out of the pack now. Warner can try and link off the hand. And again, I think Mullet come off the back of the square again. But Jaworski will mop this one up. Gets a handball to Beckwith. Back to Jaworski, who runs it through the middle of the ground. Has a bounce. And he's going to send it long inside forward 50. They got a couple deep. And it might be taken out the back.
Well
a great
done.
intercept mark. Try and gather who that is. Can't quite see from this one.
It's a free kick for a push has been paid.
Is it Atkins or Hurst?
It's Atkins. It looks like he's going to line up here. Gee, yeah, the Narre defence can't believe that. Little bit of a ticky touchwood one, I felt, Trent. But look, if it's there, it's there. So Brody Atkins, this just has to go through, Trent. Pretty simple.
Atkins line up on a slide angle. 15-20 from home. Atkins. Comes in. In he comes. Kicks on its way. Makes the umpire work.
Ooh.
But he's slotted home.
Yep.
He's first of the afternoon. In interesting circumstances.
Great bit of defensive work there by Narre. Take a look at the Karsha replay and really hugged the post with his kick, did Brody Atkins. But in the end, it was good enough. It just snuck home. That's all that really matters in the end. So I want to get it back to 18 points of difference. They'll be happy enough with that, but certainly a few more inroads there to be made. At least probably one more goal before quarter time, you would have thought.
Most certainly, as the ball's back in the middle, 22 minutes gone, and
Yep.
I don't think there's been that many stoppages.
No.
So it might be only a couple minutes left at tops as the tap's one down there by Dwyer, but Wandin go through Mullet down the middle of the ground. Here he is, Atkins. It goes wide. Matter of fact, it was Hurst. And it's down deep inside their forward 50. Wandin can reset up and try and lock the ball inside their forward 50 and try and convert from this opportunity after just kicking the last one. Another one would be great to bring the margin back to 12 points. So the ball's getting ready to be thrown back in. Here it is. Dwyer wins that tap down. Go and get it. Wandin. Now Mullet snaps it around his body. Can they make something of this? Yes, they do. They have ball in hand. Handball at the top to Beckwith. Beckwith's kick was straight to Johnson.
All right, good bit of play there from Wandin.
So Johnson will line up on an angle as well. 20 from home. So this would be really good for them. They would only bring them 2 goals down now and still a chance to get another one. So they've had the dominance the last 2 to 3 minutes, and they're really capitalising on it now.
Yeah, this is just such a massive moment. I'd be pretty happy with this one if they can get it back to 12, because it certainly hasn't been their quarter, you'd have to say.
Johnson, in he comes. Kick is on its way, and it's going to be across the face for a minor score.
Disappointing result there. Clint Johnson just offline. So 2-2-14 now, Wandin, still 17 points adrift. So Joel Zeitsman looks like he'll take the kicking duty. He's just got to wait for that ball to come back. One of the Narre co-skippers, of course, alongside Trent Papworth. Thing I love about Joel, Trent, he usually always has his hair worn a different way. I did ask him that when I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I grew it out and I just decided to get creative with it. So here we go. Zeitsman will load up on this left boot. It's a very long kick out of the defensive 50 as well. Can he find a set of hands? No, he can't for the moment. Ball comes to ground level. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. So we'll have a stoppage on the outer side wing. What's going to happen here? Up it goes once again. Dwyer probably got the tap pretty late. Here is Mullet, who's tackled straight away. Umpire calls him to go. In goes Beckwith, but he can't keep the ball in play, and it will be thrown back in. And very happy to have another camera on the far side there. Trent will get a slightly better look at some of these stoppages on the far side when it stays over there. So boundary throw in. Up it goes. Absolutely launched that as well. The boundary umpire Dwight to the front, won the tap. Doing really well there. I think that was Batero. Clears the ball to West. West gets them moving on the left. Long kick. Here we go. Will Howes out the back. Oh, did he take the mark? No, he didn't. Lewin Jones did well enough. Mutsayas came in to provide a bit of a hand. Ladner gets the kick away, but it was smothered by Scalzo, and it'll be thrown back into play.
Lewin Jones had a terrific game last week on Gibson too.
He was absolutely magnificent last week, Trent, one of the better players, and he does have another big job once again on Will Howe, so we'll see how he goes. Howe probably hasn't had the most impact just yet, but it's been all the small forwards who've really stepped up for Narre anyway, so hasn't needed to do too much, but you probably give Lewin Jones the tick so far. So anyway, Wood probably had the better of that tap. Scalzo, the old fella, no, he just lost control of the ball. Good strong tackle is laid on him too. Umpire will come in and call for a stoppage. So let's have a look here. Once again, up it goes. Davies just didn't quite get the tap. Brazizi went without it. Tonner got a handball away just in time. Utimer slaps it back towards the boundary line. And now here they go, Narre Warren. Inside forward 50. Knocked away by Sam Hodgett. Is it kept in play? No, it's not. Another boundary throw in. So let's see what happens here. Nearly 26 minutes gone into this first quarter. So pretty long one so far. Up it goes. Davies almost looked to just let it go, but he did decide to get a hand on it in the end. Mutimer's taken in the tackle right away. Been very busy in this first quarter as Kurt Mutimer, as he always is. As we have yet another stoppage at half forward.
Ball at half forward now. Tap down. One there by Wood. There's a whistle for a high contact free kick. It's going to go the way of Gentili. Already has two. Is he within range is the question. We know he kicked a long bomb a couple of weeks ago, actually, Aiden.
Yes.
Down at Hillsville.
And just like Hillsville, there's a proper 50 arcs too, Trent. So a pretty big kick required here.
Gentili. Line up for his third in just the first quarter. In he comes. Gentili will kick his all of 50. Kicks there. Distance is not a problem. Is the accuracy okay? No, it's going to be out of bounds in the full. So the wind just doing all the work there.
Yep.
When we've been going 27 minutes in this quarter, so Siren not very far away to end the first quarter. As they go, have to bring it back, and it'll be Tom Hines, the skipper, who will be the recipient of this free kick for the out of bounds in the full. Hines now has a look around, and then just says, I'm going to stick to this side and kick it along down the line. That he does. He kicks to the pack of players. Johnson will get it from the back. Oh, just managed to drop the mark to Johnson, but he's got a free kick. So Johnson now will use, matter of fact, it's gone to Beckwith. The umpire just saying, no, not you, Johnson, to Beckwith. So Beckwith now will be the recipient of this free kick. Beckwith now goes down the line to a pack. No mark can be taken. It's found its way to the ground level. Can they get a couple of handballs out the back? No, they can't. Tackle is laid. How's the umpire going to see this one? He did have an arm in reach. He's going to pin him for an incorrect disposal. And it's going to go the way of Wandin. That'd be number 6, Aiden.
Yep.
Oh, God. As the ball's thrown into play now. Johnson did well to get from position, but it was Dwyer who got the tap down. And getting it forward was Tonner. Now moving it down there. They get it moving forward. Punch back in. What interesting choice it was. Now it's in the forward line of Narre Warren. They can link up for a couple of handballs. Trying to get it into the space. Kick is on its way. Kick towards goal. It's pretty good!
Yeah, beautiful finish.
Off the boot of Sam Johnson. He kicks his first for the afternoon. And Narre Warren have 6 in the opening term.
23-point difference. It's back 2 now as well, Trent. It's a bit of a dagger for Wandin because quarter time, it can't be far away. 28.5 minutes have gone into this first quarter. And that was exactly what Wandin couldn't let happen. Beautiful finish from Sam Johnson. We have a look at the Karsha replay there. Just found a little bit of room. Didn't panic. Put it away. And yeah, as mentioned, 23 points the difference now as the ball comes back into the middle. So Johnson once again up against Dwight. Can Wandin get a late one? Can Narre hold him off? Can Narre even get another one? Can they make it 29 points of difference? They'd certainly love that. Up it goes. Dwyer got the better of the tap. In fact, he roved his own tap, but he was dumped in the tackle straight away. Mullet went without it. Gentile sockers it. And the umpire comes in. He spotted something, and it is going to be a free kick to Wandin, so maybe a chance for a late one for the Dogs. So Daniel Ladner, Tonner cut it off. Tried to get away from Byrne, but in the end, Byrne got the ball under his control. Comes back to Brazizi, but he ran straight into Mitch Tonner. Eventually, Sam Hodgett puts Wandin inside forward 50. Can someone take a mark here? No, they can't. Ball comes to ground level. Inboard. Here is Harry Mullet. 20 metres out. 30. And he's missed. There we go. Disappointing. 2-3-15 now. And Mullet, usually so dangerous round goals, unable to convert there. And that's a little let off for Narre Warren.
Second behind?
Yep, that's it. Second behind for him. So Wandin will bring it back into play. Narre Warren, long kick out of the defensive 50. Can a mark be taken? Tonner is there. Fisted away by Jaworski. Manson will try to keep it in play. Eventually he's able to do so. Comes back from Chase Black. Kick was smothered. Beautifully done there by Johnson. Got it to Mutimer. Mutimer tracks back, and there's a siren. And that is quarter time here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve. And a very, very good start for Narre Warren. 22 points adrift at the first break. 6-1-37 to Wandin 2-3-15. Trent, what a great start from the Magpies.
Yeah, they've come out firing, kicking the first 6 goals. Their first 6 goals just in the opening terms. It's going to be interesting to see how Wandin will respond coming into it. But Aidan, for all of today, this has been the scoring end. So could we see Wandin come out and kick 6 of their own? There
we go. That should be very interesting. So certainly something to take for Wandin for some confidence. But Narre will be very happy with that. That'll settle some early nerves. We know there probably would have been a couple of mental demons about playing Wandin again, but they've started off about as well as they could have, and they'll be very happy with that. So 22 points adrift to Narre Warren, 6-1-37 to 2-15. We'll throw it back down to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for our quarter-time break, and when we come back, we'll have all the action from the second quarter. Welcome back to Rob Porter Recreation Reserve for the second quarter of our Premier Division A-grade grand final, and really looking forward to what should be a continued interesting contest so far. Very, very good start for Narre Warren. 6-1-37 they are to Wandin 2-3-15, and this will settle the nerves beautifully. Trent, how did you see that first quarter?
Geez, didn't Narre Warren come out in a hurry?
Most certainly.
They've dominated this game so far, but this has been the scoring end, so it'll be interesting to see how Wandin come out after this. But Narre Warren, wowee.
Yep, no, they'll be very happy with that. And a lot of the small forwards, I mean, the goals were really shared around, it has to be said. Sharp got one, Sam Johnson, Peter Gentile bobbed up with 2 of his own, Hamish West, and I think I've missed one actually in there, Trent. Oh, no, Big Hayden Dwyer. There we go, so I was wrong. There was one big fella who did kick a goal, so that'll be very, very good. Of course, Lorne Jones, he started pretty well on Willhouse so far, but hasn't really mattered for Narre Warren. With all the small fellas doing really well. So Gentile already got 2 goals on the board. On the Wandin side of things, we take a look. Daniel Hurst, he's got 1 goal, and so too does Brody Atkins. He's got 1 as well. So Trent mentions he reckons the scoring end is going to be to the right-hand side of your screen to those listening through the tunes of Yarra Valley FM, for those listening to the Stream Zone Live broadcast. So it should be very interesting to see if they can make that work, because they are 22 points adrift at the moment. They need to try and get their way back into this game. They don't want to leave it too late as both sides start to split off, and we do look forward to what should be a very interesting second quarter. So we have already had a couple of grand finals played so far today in the footy. We'll get some netball scores to you soon as well. But in the under-19s, really good win by Pakenham in the end. We'll go through that score in just a moment once we get that up. But in the Box Hill Institute under-19 boys, Pakenham 8-6-54, defeated Officer 5-6-36. And then in the Premier Division reserves, Narre Warren once again getting the win over Upwey Tacoma, 4-3-27 to Upwey Tacoma 2-8-20. So I believe that is back-to-back for Narre Warren in the reserve, so they'll be very happy with that. That's 1 win done. They've still got to try and get the seniors done here. They've started very, very well. They'll want to keep it going. Those reserves boys will be one of the seniors to join them in celebrations, I'm sure. So we're all ready once again at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve. And a much more stock standard midfield here for Narre Warren, as it looks like. You got Mutimer in there, you got Tom Toner in there. And not quite sure who the third is. You've got Hayden Dwyer up in the ruck, of course. Wandin, they're looking pretty sound as well. Paddy Brazizi, Chase Black, and Aaron Mullet. Probably the big 3 for the Dogs. Corey Bader, in fact, in the middle there for Narre Warren. So they've been happy to throw it around a little bit of the Magpies. And just a little bit of a delay here at Wandin, but eventually we are going to get things underway. So up it goes once again. Dwyer, Johnson, he probably got the better of that tap in the end. So the ball comes away to Chase Black. Really good start here so far for the Dogs. They can get the ball inside forward 50. Can they find a set of hands? No, they can't. And stays in play. There we go. So now he can get on the counter-attack here. Kick comes out wide. Oh, it was a troublesome one for Batira, but he controlled it well. Now Zeetzman on the burst. Long kick to a better 2-on-1 contest, but Peter Gentile won it beautifully. Fantastic, and he gets the ball moving forward, and a really good kick as well to West, who assesses the options up the line. And beautifully done once again by West to Sharp. Low trajectory ball straight to Lewin Jones, but he fell over. Inopportune time, Toner dumps his man into the ground. And we will have a stoppage inside forward 50 for Narre Warren, so good build-up by the Magpies. Let's see what they can create here. This is where the small forwards are really dangerous in the first quarter. Let's see what they can do once again. Up it goes. Johnson taps it away. Manson didn't get the bounce of the ball, but Tira picked it up beautifully. Got a handball away to Tonner, I think it was, just in time. But he's tackled straight away. And again, the umpire calls for it. We'll have another stoppage. This time it's at half forward for Narre Warren once again. So once again, Johnson up against Mutimer. Can you believe that? Kurt Mutimer in the ruck, and Sharp just escorts it over. So we'll have another boundary throw in. So a bit of a gridlock early days in this second quarter. Here we go, boundary throw in. Davies up against Johnson. Up it goes. Johnson. No, Davies gets to the front. Johnson probably won it from the back, though. Chase Black was lurking. Picked up by Toner through traffic. Goes with a check side. And just couldn't get the bend on it. So a little reprieve for the Wandin defence. Tom Toner offline. 6-2-38 now in Narre Warren. And Tom Toner just couldn't quite convert the opportunity there. So 23 points the difference as we just wait for Wandin to bring the ball back into play. Looks to be... Quite pick up who's taken the kick in there. Very long, and might have even been Mullet who's gone all the way back down there. Big fly and Brazisi. Skipper takes a big pack mark and he hands it away. Should work out. Manson on the build. Steps around. Bader, is that holding the ball? No, umpire calls him to go. Gee, I thought he didn't get rid of that properly, but the umpire was happy in the end. Anyone's ball to be won here. Chase Black did well. Gets a kick away. Heads straight towards the boundary line. Bouncing ball. Going to be a bit of a foot race. Looks like Brazisi should get this one first. And oh, gee. Very tight contest. Paddy Brazisi wasn't fazed by it. Wandin wanted a bit of high contact there, but nothing was forthcoming. So it'll be a boundary thrown right in front of our broadcast position. Davies up against Johnson. No, Davies is walking away, so Dwyer will take this one. Up it goes. Johnson with front position, but Dwyer just grabs it from the back, but he was tackled straight away by Byrne, and Byrne wins the footy for Wandin. Goes long inside forward 50. Here is Hodgett. Beautifully done by Zeetzman. Knocked it away. Does it stay in? No, it doesn't. And it will be a boundary throw in inside forward 50 for Wandin.
Well, inside the 450 for Wandin, the scoring as it's been for most of the day. To see if Wandin can capitalise on that. The ball looks to be thrown back into play here. Dwyer and Wood. Dwyer taps it down, almost through it, but Beckwith goes and gets a handball. Byrne gets and snaps it around his body to no one in particular. Now they try and Narre Warren grab it, and they're going to try and move it out. The tackle is laid, and it's going to be balled up. So ball to be balled up here. Inside the forward 50 for Wandin. Dwyer gets that tap down again. If they try and move this ball, it's going to find its way over the boundary line for another boundary throw in. 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. Narre Warren lead 6-2-38 to Wandin's 2-3-15. So the ball's getting ready to be thrown back in against Dwyer and Wood. The ball's thrown back into play now. Dwyer from the back gets the handball and a clearing kick there. Can it be taken deep? Yes, it can. Intercepting mark.
Papworth,
is it? Papworth for Narre Warren, one of the skippers, co-skippers. Papworth grabs it now and goes long in search of a teammate long down the line. No mark can be taken. It's punch. Is it going to be helped over the line? Yes, it is. It's helped over the line for a boundary throw in. So the boundary umpires to grab the ball and reset play here. As they get ready to throw this ball back in. It's Johnson going up in the ruck for Wandin this time against Dwyer. So the ball's thrown back in. Johnson gets front position. Dwyer probably got a little finger to it out the back. Paddy Brazisi picks it up, gives a handball, but a bit of a hospital handball in the end. It's a great tackle by Tonner. He's going to get the free kick for holding the ball, so Mitch Tonner will grab it against the tackle on Fury. And now it's been reversed.
There we go.
So Damien Fury now will play on and put it inside 450 for Wandin. A couple will fly. No mark can be taken. Byrne stays down. He's tackled. Gets a handball. Matter of fact, it was Hurst, and now it's Byrne. He gets the handball away, and it's going to be a free kick, and it looks like it's going to go the way of Harrison Byrne. So Harrison Byrne will line up.
It's going to be a very tight spot to kick from, Trent, with the way the wind's kind of blowing.
100% Aiden for 35 to 40 out on a tight angle, tucked up on the boundary. Byrne will come in now, begins his approach. In he comes. Kick is on his way.
Ooh.
Is it going to be marked on the line? No, it's going to be punched over the line. So rush for a minor score for Harrison Byrne. Not the result that Wandin would have been looking for as they moved to 2 goals, 4-16, trailing Narre Warren's 6 goals, 2-38.
Yep. So Narre can bring the ball back out from defence. I'll just assess the options up the line. So it looks like Russell with a kick in duties on this occasion comes out wide to Bader, I think it is. Bader just chips it in short, and that should work out just fine. So no real rush at the moment to Narre Warren. Tonner. Long kick on the right boot. Big pack forms. No mark can be taken here as a free kick going to go the way of Narre. So they can continue to build, and it will go to that man, Kurt Mutimer. So Mutimer looked inboard and then just decides to chip it short, and that'll work out just fine. Here we go. So they continue to press down the line, do the Magpies, up and under ball, no mark can be taken, couple of hands to it, Sharp unable to stick it. And we will have yet another boundary throw in on the outer side. As Jesse Davis quickly got to get his shoe tied back up. Get a perfect look at that.
The umpire doesn't care.
No, he does not at all. Davies eventually gets back up in time. Johnson just grabs it out of the ruck, gets a kick moving forward down the line, but he's turned it over. Tom Toner with a good, strong intercept mark. Jaworski appealing for something, and he's cost him a 25 in doing so. It was clearly an intercept mark. There was really no two ways about it, I didn't think. So Tom Toner is brought forward still. Probably a kick and a half away from home. And that's where he goes. Inside forward, 50. West couldn't quite take the mark. Wandin have got a few numbers back here. And they get the ball moving. Van Duren with that long left boot of his. Can he find a target? Through the hands of Cody Hurst. Does well. Steps around one. And couldn't keep it in place. It'll be a boundary thrown on the outer side wing once again. So let's have a look. Up it goes. Johnson tapped it down. No. Black got the handle away to Mullet. Mullet kicks around his body. Can he find a target? It might work out eventually here. Here is Beckwith. Can he put him inside forward? 50. Stepped away from one. Wobbly ball. It might work. No, Batira did really well. Just parked himself underneath that. And Scalzo just letting his man. Let's have a look at this replay here. So Beckwith. It was a good bit of pressure by Russell on the Karsha replay, and it affected the kick there by Beckwith.
And we'll see why they weren't happy.
Batira, yeah, probably in the contest, but
25-minute penalty was paid.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought there was another 25 paid anyway. Riley Sills puts Narre inside forward, 50. Hines affected it. Beautifully gathered, though, by West. Kick towards goal. Gee, that would have been something if he could have kicked that, but it didn't matter.
Howe got in the way, and he was trying to get out of the way, and in the end, he just had to duck.
And it will be a boundary thrown in the forward pocket now of Narre Warren. And their small forwards have been dangerous in these situations early days in this game, so let's see what they can do here. Up it goes.
Now the ball's to be thrown back in now. It's balled up, stoppage. Now it's the kick is where they knock it back down. Black
He's got Hayden Johnson short up the line, spots him up. Jaworski tried to provide a bit of pressure. Tonner calls for it short, but Johnson goes even longer. There's a mark taken here. No free kick for a block out, it looks like. So I don't think it was Papworth who was penalised for it. Mutimer, there you go. Of the Jacob variety. Jaworski, the recipient of the free kick, looked inboard momentarily, then just chips it short. That'll work out just fine. So this is Wood. So Charlie Wood once again. Plenty of options up the line. That's where he goes to about half forward. Mullet flies, but he won't be able to take the mark. Who can get the ball off hands? Here is Harrison Byrne. Kick towards goal. Does it hold the line? Now it floats across the face. Johnson has got it. Well done, Clint Johnson. And he just has to put this through. There's no two ways about it. He'll go around the body, and Clint Johnson puts it away. And he's got one back for Wandin. Back to 24 points of difference. Just the second goal of this second quarter. 3-5, 23 at Wandin to Narre Warren, 7-5, 47.
Yeah, really haven't taken advantage of it, and there's a bit going on behind the ball here too, Aiden, after that goal. So just keep an eye on that one. Joel Zeitman was in amongst it. They were getting into him. But yeah, they haven't capitalised on the opportunity where this has been the scoring end, as we saw Narre Warren come out and kick 6 in a row. Well, 6 goals in that first quarter. Don't mind us slamming the door.
Probably picked that up through our FX mic for sure, but it's Steph in a bit of a rush at the moment. It's back in the middle. Wandin pegging it back to 24. Can they go again?
So the ball to be ball back up. Wood to go up against Davies this time. And Davies, he got the better of that tap. Scalzo puts his head over it, but he's tackled straight away. And we'll reset play here with the ball up. 24.5 minutes going there. Wood gets that tap out the back, trying to get it there with Fury, unable to get it cleanly. And it's Narre Warren now with Gentili. Is he going to be penalised holding the ball? The umpire says play on. Van Duren comes wide. To no on him, really particular. Jaworski comes up and meets it. How's he going to do this? West does really well, but the tap favours Brazizi with the bounce, and he comes wide to Black. Black puts it inside 50. A good-looking kick just over the head of Johnson. Now the ball's at the bottom of the pack. Daniel Hurst goes in and gets it. Jaworski goes in and gets it. And it's going to be a ball up a few. There's another Narre Warren player down here.
Yeah. Got a bit of a close-up here on the monitor, but can't quite see the number with him lying in the ground, but it doesn't look too good, so the umpire will need to stop play while the trainer comes out to assess the situation.
So that's 2 in a couple of minutes for Narre Warren. Yeah. We don't know about Tom Russell, if he'll be coming back on. He'll have to do a concussion test, possibly.
Yeah, I think he will have to. Yeah, this doesn't look very good at all, to be perfectly honest, Trent, to say the least.
Haven't quite captured who it is yet.
No.
They roll him over, try and get him up. It's not what you want, especially in a grand final.
No, you don't want to have one player go down, let alone two.
Look like they're making their way up slowly.
Yeah, okay. A little bit of a hobble. We'll find out who it is in a moment. Do hope everyone's okay. We haven't seen Tom Russell come back just yet. And we're just trying to figure out who Declan Brown it is from Narre Warren who has to come off.
As the play resumes now, and then they get a handball out, Wandin go in to try and get it. Tackler's lay, and the umpire says, I'll reset play with this one. 26.5 minutes gone. How long did the last quarter go for, Aiden?
30 minutes, 8 seconds, Trent. One of the longest quarters we've had all season.
So, wouldn't be much more than a few minutes left in this. Now the ball is kicked cleared away, chasing after it, Hurst. And he helps it over the line.
Van Duren, I think it was.
Van Duren was. Now the ball to be thrown back in. The two ruckmen to go at it. Davies will go up against Wood. So the ball's getting ready to be thrown back in. You can see the crowd really getting about up amongst it, back down there. Wood gets the tap down. They get a handball over the top to Brazizi. Brazizi makes his way, a handball over to Beckwith. And there's the siren for half-time. And then...
Yep, so that will do us here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve for the first half. And Narre Warren still with a very handy advantage at the main break. 24 points the difference, so they extend that 22-point lead just slightly. But as Trent mentioned, we do believe that is the scoring end to the right-hand side of the screen. So Narre will be very happy with that start so far. 7-5-47 the Magpies to Wandin 3-5-23. We'll throw it back to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for a half-time break. When we come back, all the action from an all-important second half. And welcome back to Rob Porter Recreation Reserve for the all-important second half of our Premier Division Grand Final in the senior footy between Narre Warren and Wandin. And a great start so far by the Magpies. 24 points adrift. 7-5-47 to 3-5-23. As mentioned, 24 points up. They are. Very good start to this Grand Final so far. We'll now go through some scores from all the rest of our Grand Finals here today. Of course, it is our last day of the 2024 season, so we'll go through first of all the results from the footy in the Box Hill Institute Under-19 Boys Grand Final. Pakenham 8-6-54 defeated Officer 5-6-36. That was the final score there in the Under-19s. We then go to the reserves. Narre Warren 4-3-27 defeated Upway Tacoma 2-8-20. So there you two footy premiers so far today. We'll then go to the netball scores. Plenty of netball Grand Finals, of course, being played today as well. Still a few being finished up, as we mentioned. So in the Under-13 East Grand Final, we actually don't have any results yet from the Under-13 East Grand Final on Play HQ. From the Under-15 East Grand Final, Rock 35 defeated Monbulk 21. So congratulations there to Rock. We'll then go across to the Under-17 Grand Final for Premier Division. And the scores in that game, Rock 34 defeated Wandin 23. So another win there for Rock in the netball. We'll then take a look at the results from the D-Grade Grand Final. Rock, in a real close one, 29, defeated Narre Warren 28 in the D-Grade netball. We'll then take a look at the C-Grade netball. Narre Warren 40 defeated Wandin 39, so another really close Grand Final there. In the A-Grade, we also had an unbelievable Grand Final. Mount Evelyn 42 just going down to Narre Warren 43. Another really, really close game that was. And then we will finish up in Premier Division B-Grade. Rock 45 have defeated Narre Warren 41. So that is all our netball Grand Finals. So all our results have now been confirmed, but the senior football, Narre Warren have made their way back out of the ground. Wandin have also made their way back out as well. So all the action here for the second half won't be too far away. Trent, how did you see that first half of football?
Moving on. It was just a dominant display really by Narre Warren. I think especially in that first quarter they really took advantage of it. They only get the one goal in the second quarter, but they were still dominant in the first half overall.
Yeah, no, it was. You're absolutely right. And as sort of mentioned, Trent has been a bit more of a scoring end to that right-hand side of the screen. So Narre will definitely take plenty of confidence with that, knowing that they're 24 points adrift at the moment, kicking that end in this third quarter. So if they can do what they did in the first quarter, they can kick another 6 goals, and Wandin don't have too much to respond with. Suddenly they're in a really good position to finish off the job. So we will see what happens there. But as mentioned, it is 24 points a game. Certainly not over yet, but Wandin definitely need to make a few changes, particularly in the way that they're playing, if they're going to give themselves any chance to win this Grand Final. They'll still have the confidence. They got the job done last year. It's certainly not over yet, but certainly it has been Narre Warren's terms so far. So we will see what happens in this second half. We're still pretty far away for the moment. Plenty of results through the AFL, of course, as well. Get Trent to go through last night's scores as well as our preview tonight's game in the AFL. We've also got NRL results that have already happened and are taking place. So we'll go through all those just now.
Yep. So Sydney Swans last night, 95-59 defeated Port Adelaide by 36 points. Marty, Papley all kicked 3, and how good was Heaney with 2 and 24 disposals as well.
Absolutely magnificent. It was an interesting one, wasn't it, Trent? Because I had no idea until last Saturday that Port Adelaide hadn't lost to Sydney since 2016, but the Swans are...
I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone did, to be honest.
It was a really surprising one, but they'll certainly be very happy that they're able to get the one that mattered the most. Sydney, they'll get another look at a Grand Final, and they will play the winner of tonight's prelim, Trent, who's taking place in that game.
Tonight's prelim will be Geelong v Brisbane down at GMHBA. Oh, no, down at the
this will be the MCG.
Sorry.
So, yeah, it should be an interesting one. Of course, Brisbane's recent record of the MCG hasn't been the greatest, but they'll certainly take a bit more confidence playing against Geelong there. Of course, Geelong used to play in that really narrow ground at GMHBA. The G, very different dimensions, quite wide, quite long. So, and Brisbane do probably play in a slightly wider ground up there at the Gabba, so they'll definitely give themselves a chance tonight, and they did magnificently well to get through to this prelim final, coming from 44 points down against the GWS Giants there at NG Stadium. We'll take a quick look at the scores from the NRL. The Cronulla Sharks 26 defeated the North Queensland Cowboys 18 at 7:50pm tonight. The Sydney Roosters will take on the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. So all that to take place later today. But all that matters right now is here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve. Our Premier Division A-Grade Grand Final. The second half action is about to get underway. Players are ready. Umpires are ready. The umpire holds the ball aloft. And second half action here at Rob Porter is underway. Up it goes once again. Johnson up against Dwyer, and Dwyer probably got the better of that tap. It's a ground level ball to be one. Brazzi gets the handle away, but it was turned over. Beautifully done there by Johnson, forcing the interception. High up and under ball inside forward 50. Free kick for a hold, and Narre are already going to get a look, you would think. So an early shot at goal, and it's Will Howe, who should be within range. What a start this will be for the Magpies if he can put it away and extend the margin. So Will Howe hasn't kicked a goal so far in the afternoon. He's been well checked by Lewin Jones. But now here's his opportunity. Swings out onto an arc. Got it on line. And he's got it. It holds that line. And Will Howe has got the first of the second half inside the first minute of the third quarter. And Narre extend the margin back out to 30 points. 8-5-53 to 3-5-23.
And the convincing lead, Aiden. They look like they've just dominated the whole game. It doesn't look like Wandin are getting a real sniff at all at the moment.
No, most certainly, Trent. That was a really good entry there.
Partial replay as well there, Aiden.
Yeah, exactly right. Good finish. Good finish by Will Howe. Probably just started a little bit left and just drew it back beautifully as it comes back into the middle once again. The breeze looks like it's just died off a little bit. The flags are still fluttering, but probably not quite as strongly as they were. Dwyer taps it down. Tried to rove his own tap. The handball comes back to Chase Black, and he'll get him moving forward. Kick to about half forward. Can he find a set of hands? Jaworski! Yes, he's got it. Cleverly done. Gets rid of West, and Jaworski will want to get him moving quickly here. Oh, no, through the hands of Johnson. Terrible mistake that was. Beckwith goes in with a couple of first and second efforts. Can't win the ball, though. Scalzo gets the handball away, and now they'll get moving. Sam Johnson with a kick to a one-on-one contest. Todd Garner up against Hamish West. Garner wants to take it over. West wants to keep it in. Eventually, Garner wins out and squirts the ball to safety. So Bandry thrown on the outer side of the ground. What's going to happen here? Johnson, once again up against Dwyer. Up it goes. Dwyer, Johnson probably to the front of the end one. The tap, can Beckwith run onto it? Yes, he can, and he'll get him moving forward. Can't quite hit a target, though, and he's just kicked it out of play. So it'll be a boundary throw. Maybe not the worst result so far for Wandin, but definitely would have liked a cleaner entry inside forward 50. Still maybe a chance to do that now, but I need to get a little bit creative out of this stoppage. Up it goes once again. Johnson to the front. Probably got the better of that tap once again. Ball beelines the boundary and works its way over again. And we'll have another boundary throw onto the outer side.
So on the far side of the ground now. Johnson up in the ruck against Dwyer. So they set themselves up to ready to throw the ball back into play here. And the ball's thrown back into play. Johnson winning that tap down. Now they chase after it here. And it looks like Atkins goes in and gets it. He does and gets the handball away. And he's done that well to Van Duren, who gets it on the outside.
Oh.
Jaworski almost with the mark. Paddy Hodgett could get out the back here. Hodgett chasing after it. Manson's in the area as well. A couple of fumbles there by Hodgett. Just disenabled him to gather the ball cleanly to get a shot on goal. And it's going to be a boundary throw in the pocket of Wandin. You've got to keep an eye for Aaron Mullen, this type of situation. Yep. He just had ball in hand there. They currently trail by 30 points. They really do need a goal very soon, as it's tapped down by Dwyer, and then he goes and gets his own tap and boots it out of there. Van Duren parks himself near it, turns around, puts it back inside forward. 50, can it might be taken? Yes, it can!
Johnson
already has the one this afternoon. Can go back and kick his second and bring the margin back to 24 points.
Just look at the Carsha replay. Good work right there from Harry Van Duren. And he was off balance for that kick too, Trent, so all the more impressive that he was able to hit up Clint Johnson, but he does have a beautiful left boot.
So Johnson now will kick this about 35 metres. Comes in. Johnson. In he comes. Kick is on his way. You normally tell by the celebrations, and there wasn't many celebrations there. It's just two across the face for Johnson. 1 goal, 2 he's kicked this afternoon. The margin's still 29 points in the favour of Narre Warren, who look like they're going along comfortably, even though 2 injuries went down. Do we know if have we noticed Russell come back on yet?
Not that I've noticed. It's only a couple of minutes so far into this second quarter, but not that I can tell.
As the ball comes back into play, and a nice mark taken there of the back there by Ladner. Fury now. And he goes in short to Hodgett. Doesn't look confident. His eyes darting around everywhere. He'll have to kick this all 50. Now decides to go short to the pocket, sees something he likes. But it's going to be knocked over. It stays in play, matter of fact. And they link up for a couple of handballs. Really nicely done. Johnson gets the ball moving. It goes wide. Davies is there. He gathers it. Links up for a few handballs. Nicely done there. And it's a good tackle on West. And he's going to be rewarded for holding the ball. Good tackle laid there by Sam Mutsays. Mutsays now will gather this ball. Doesn't look like he wants to waste much time. That he does. He brings it inboard straight away. Does that well to Johnson. He brings it inboard to Fury, who's played well so far, Fury. Comes in and brings it in central. Fly in the back. Atkins, it looks like. And that it is. Atkins from the back. He's had a good final series. Has kicked numerous amount of goals in this final series.
He has been very lively, and yeah, this is just so important, Trent. He needs to seize the moment here. Wandin have had a good couple of minutes. They've got to start converting opportunities. It's as simple as that.
So Atkins, if he kicks this goal, it brings them within 23 points, and it makes it a lot more durable coming in late into this game. Obviously in the second half now, but they need the momentum with the end they're going to be kicking to in the last quarter. So Atkins, kick is on his way, makes the umpire work.
Hit the post.
Hit the post.
Dear, oh dear.
So that's one that they really needed to kick, and they were unable to convert there. They'll be disappointed with that.
So Brody Atkins offline as Narre wanted to bring the ball back into play through one of the co-skippers and Joel Zeetzman. Zeetzman loads up to the outer side once again. Big fly, but no mark can be taken. Picked up well by Sam Johnson. Started this third quarter well. Scalzo gets a kick away on the left. Does it stay in play? No. And it was out of bounds on the full too. So Todd Garner seems to have moved back for this second half. Comes slightly inboard. Hodgett can't quite take the mark. Plenty of numbers there on the outer side. Will Howe handballs backwards to go forwards, and now they do get that kick to about half forward. Mutsayas fists it away. Who can win the grand level ball? In goes Todd Garner once again. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. Dan Toner lays a good strong tackle. Plenty of numbers. Tom Toner wants holding the ball, but he's not going to get it. They do force a stoppage though at half forward here to the Dogs. So let's have a look. Up it goes once again. Johnson taps it down. Gentile did nicely. Here is Kurt Mutimer. Can he set up one of his teammates inside forward 50? No. Can Sam Hodge get under his control? He taps it away. Tom Hines eventually gets the bounce of the ball in his direction. Kicks around the body. Just missed the initial target, but Beckwith did well. Was he taken high? No. Umpire calls him to go. In goes Fury. Picked up by Scalzo. Brazizi went in as well. Can he get a handball away? No. Taken by a couple of Narre players in Scalzo, and so too Johnson. We will have a stoppage in the middle of the ground.
Umpire letting a lot go, and there looked to be a lot of holding going on there.
Yeah, holding. Probably even a bit of high contact, you would have thought, but you sometimes see that in grand finals. Johnson slaps it forward. Beckwith will have his name written over this if he can get the bounce of the ball, but coming back the other way was Jacob Mutimer. Eventually it was Chase Black who gathered it cleanly. Cody Hurst on to Daniel Hurst, who slipped over at the wrong time. And high contact has been paid by the outer zone umpire. So a little bit fortuitous there for Daniel Hurst.
Pretty stiff from Jacob Mutimer, the fact that he fell over.
Yeah, that's it. High up and under ball to 1-on-1. Looks like Jaworski! And he's got it! And J-Wow, as they like to call him, Jordan Jaworski. Let's have a look at this one. It was just a long bomb there from Clint Johnson. And you always knew he was going to be a good chance here, Jordy Jaworski. And he did well, just got rid of his man, took a good strong mark, and he's usually a good finisher. And they just need this to go through. They've, as I said, had a really good couple of minutes, missed a couple of shots. J-Wow, what's he got for us? Can he get the margin back to 22? Slow, deliberate approach. He's missed as well. Can you believe that, Wandin? They are burning opportunities like you wouldn't believe. Jaworski, usually one of the best kicks for goal in this team. Even he can't get online. And Trent, this could be very costly. Narre usually make you pay for your mistakes.
Yes, they normally do, and don't normally see this from Wandin. They normally kick pretty consistently, and they put them on quickly. Usually, when they're in a hot hurry, they pile on goals like that. So it hasn't happened yet so far today. 3 goals, 8 they've kicked, but they're going to go back inside 450, and it's going to go back to last year's best on ground medalist in this game, Cody Hurst.
Cody Hurst, and his first game back in over a month too. So can he handle the moment?
Cody Hurst kicked one, is it, or the Atkins who kicked one earlier?
Atkins who's got one.
Yep. So Cody Hurst will line up for his first. He did have a shot earlier, though, I remember. So Cody Hurst will come in to look to kick his first of the game. And Wandin's fourth, and to bring it back into their bit of momentum into their favour. Because they have done a reward for effort. So Hurst opens up the angle. Kick is on its way. Doesn't quite look like it's going to make the distance. And it's going to be rushed over for a minor score. So Wandin just not converting on their opportunities here. 3 goals, 9 that is now. So they'll bring the ball back in here. And that does look like, yep, it's Tom Russell. So he is back on the ground. He's taking kicking duties as well. So he'll come wide. He does that well and gets it over to Declan Brown, who's also back on. So Brown goes along down the line just in front of us here. Dwyer will fly. So did Davies. But it was Wandin who stayed down. Now Hines will go short, but interesting looking kick. Didn't quite work out. Now they move the ball. It's going to be a high contact free kick. And it's going to go...
That's a Sam Johnson.
The way of Sam Johnson. So Johnson now uses the handball, uses Munimer. Munimer now gives it back to Brown. Now it's inside forward 50, flying for the mark. Unable to hold it though was Howe. He's going to get a free kick anyway though for his troubles. Just needs to get his hands, if he gets his hands to the contest, and they're going to reward him either way.
A little bit clumsy there for the Wandin defence because Will Howe had already dropped that mark and they were about to get the ball moving, and then the contact did come in the end. So very disappointing, and this would really be straw off the camel's back if Will Howe can convert this after all the missed opportunities of Wandin.
So Howe coming in now. We'll have to kick this of about 50 metres. Opens up the angle. Kick is on its way. Makes the umpire work. And it's gone through for a minor score. So Will Howe 1 goal, 1 for the afternoon so far.
Yeah, he wasn't too far away.
And what are we? We're 11 and a half minutes going into the third quarter. And this will just stay in a play to Van Duren. Will fly from the back and takes the magnificent mark. Played well so far, Van Duren. And he goes short to Mullet. Mullet now goes over the top, sees something he likes, and he gets it over to Hodgett. Unable to take it cleanly though. Over the top to Jaworski. Jaworski to Beckwith. Beckwith gets around and he puts a kick on way. Can he get to someone? Yes, he can. Now it's on shot for goal here, and they'll line up. They go wide. Can they find something? Yes, they can. Paddy Hodgett with the work rate. We'll get there. So Hodgett will line up now.
Got a good look at it on our monitor here too, Trent.
Tight on the boundary line. So now in he comes. Hodgett. In he comes. Oh, there's a look. And it's home.
Oh.
He's kicked it.
There we go. That's a big one for Wandin. Hodgett gets his first. Anyway, magnificent there from Paddy Hodgett. Wandin finally converted an opportunity. They do get it back to 21 points, the difference. There we go. So 4-9-33 to 8-6-54.
Double stack.
So it comes back into the middle. So Wandin get one back. I think once again Narre did get one early days through Will. How now they're going to get one out of the front of the centre bounce. Ladner was looking for Byrne. Brzezy, was he taken high? No, Paddy Brzezy kicks long towards goal. Has he got the range? Can someone mark on the line? Jaworski! He's got it, and Wandin could get this back to 15 points. Wow, he's on a tight angle though. How does he work it?
Caution replay coming up here. You see the work rate by him. Brzezy breaking away from the stoppages, and Jaworski just working back and taking a mark just before the line. It wouldn't have gone through for a goal, so good instincts.
Geordie Jaworski has got it. It's back to 15 points, and like you said, Trent Wandin, they can kick goals quickly. And they are right back in the contest. 5-9-39 to 8-6-54. Jaworski's got his first.
Like I said, when they're in a mood, they can just pile on goals like no tomorrow, because their midfielders also piling on the goals often.
Well, exactly right, Trent. We know Jaworski. Well, not Jaworski. I mean, he's playing up on the wing, but Brzezy, he can kick plenty of goals. Cody Hurst, he kicked 1 or 2 last year. So they're all dangerous. Daniel Ladner in the middle here, which is a really interesting one. Charlie Wood back up in the ruck.
Looks like he's going to Munimer.
Suddenly, might be a bit of a tagging roll, Trent. You're absolutely right, and probably rightly so, because he's been brilliant today, Kurt Munimer. There's a whistle. Free kick going to go to Tom Toner, I think. Yes, it is. So Narre definitely wouldn't mind a responding goal here. And they're going to get a 25-metre penalty. And this might bring Tom Toner within range. It'll be a big kick, though. Man of the mark is right on the arc of 50. So Tom Toner, has he got the range? Can he get the instant response for Narre? Can he get it back to 21 points? In he comes. Loads up. Looks pretty good off the boot. How about that from Tom Toner? Instant response from Narre Warren. Back to 21 points of difference. Trent, what a beautiful kick that was from long range.
Yeah, who never looked like missing. If it was going to be anyone, it was going to be Tom Toner.
He's just absolutely brilliant. He can play in the middle. You can play him forward. He's just such a dangerous player. 2 goals for him now on the afternoon. And have a look at this on the Karsha replay. Absolutely brilliant. He's just made for grand finals, Tom Toner, and he sees the moment beautifully. Just as Wandin was starting to make some inroads, he just gets a little bit of the momentum back for Narre Warren as it's back in the middle once again.
As the ball moves forward now, Brazizi gets it moving forward, looking for Hurst, unable to hold it though, and it goes wide. It's going to be helped over the line for a boundary throw-in, and we're nearly 16 minutes gone into the third quarter. 21 points of margin in the favour of Narre Warren. The boundary umpire to throw this one back in. And the ruckman to set up in Davies and Johnson. Ball's thrown back into play now. Both rucksmen get a tap at that. Mullet tries to get it under his control. Now he does, and he snaps it across his body, sends it long deep into the forward 50. No mark can be taken. It's going to fall to the bottom of the pack, and someone pounce on it. Here comes Atkins around the body! Just going to go through for a minor score. So he kicks his second behind for the afternoon as well. He's going to be spewing on these opportunities that they're giving up here, Wandin. 5 goals, 10 now, that is.
Now Tom Toner's got kicking duties, Trent. How about this? He's everywhere.
So Toner now runs and plays on. Now goes long down the line. Can it might be taken? Davies slides, and a beautiful set of hands there by Jesse Davies. So Davies now comes more inboard, does that well to Beta. Beta has a look around and going to come back. No, he's going to go just short and lateral to West. So building this up nice and slow. Scalzo gives him something. He ignores that. So they go long down the line. Can there be a mark taken? Dwyer. Big strong mark. Now he immediately gets the ball moving, sees something he likes deep. Can it be taken? Howard's down there. Can they get it out the back? Toner's around there as well. He lays some tackling pressure. They try and get a handball out. Black is there, and he gets that one out for the time being. Brazizi kick along the ground, dribbler. And now they try and get out of there for Daniel Hurst. But great stuff there by Bader. Tucks it under his arm, gets a handball over the top. But it's cut off by Brazizi, and he shrugs off one. Gets around the second tackle. Then a beautiful kick. Just precision from that kick over there.
Rolls-Royce type stuff from Paddy Brazizi.
Now Chase Black has it on the outer wing. Black keeps the ball moving, and he goes long. Can a mark be taken? Jesse Davies going back with a fly with the one hand and couldn't quite get it. But they managed to mop it up in the hands there of Hayden Johnson, and now they can come bring it long down the line. Can the ball stay in play? It's punched, and it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
Gee.
18 minutes now, just about in red time. 10 seconds till red time. So we'll see. Do Wandin have another one in them? I think they might need another one, Aiden.
No, most certainly, Trent. They'll want to get it as close as possible as they can at three-quarter time.
So the ball to be brought back into play here now as it's thrown in. Tap down. And they've done that well, Narre, but they'll be tackled and met. So the umpire shouts of holding the ball from the crowd, but the umpire is just going to ball this one up. So on the far side of the ground, edging closer to Narre Warren's half-forward line. The ball's thrown down now, and Wandin get the tap forward. Manson chases after it, so does Scalzo. He's knocked over the line as well. It's going to be a boundary throw in here for the two ruckmen to go at it. It looks like Davies is going to go up against Wood this time. So Dwyer spending more time forward now. Davies gets that tap down. Can Narre get this clearance? Scalzo has in his hand. He's tackled. He gets a handball. And as the umpire going to see it, he's going to blow his whistle and he's going to call for a ball up.
So another stoppage on the outer side of the ground. 19 minutes gone into this final quarter. Plenty of Wandin supporters over there on the far side. They've packed it out. Good thing is the rain's held off for a lot of this game so far. What can they do? West got a handball away looking for Sewers. And we'll have another boundary thrown. Probably hasn't had his best game today, Riley Sewers. I feel like Trent. Don't think we've called his name too often today. He was brilliant in that semi-final. But
4 or 5?
4 goals it was, including the match winner. But he's been pretty well checked today so far. So boundary thrown once again. Davies up against Wood. Davies with front position. Probably just got the better of the tap, but it was Wood who sharked it. Got a handball moving forward. Who can get to the drop of the ball first? Cody Hurst just overrun it slightly, up and under ball, off the barrel, and it's touched off the boot. So Wandin thought they had a free kick for out in the full, but none forthcoming. So we'll have another look at this stoppage on the outer side of the ground. Once again, it appears to be Wood and Davies doing the ruck duties for both sides. So here we go, boundary throw-in, up it goes. Davies from the back, probably got the better of it. Tonner got the handle away just in time. Now Narre can go inside forward. 50. Dan Toner is there, but it's knocked away by Tommy Hines. One of the Wandin co-skippers. Good one-on-one win. And it will be thrown back in once again. And look at them there. Massive amounts of numbers on the hill. And they've got a big part to play here. They've got to try and get the energy up a little bit for their side if they're going to be any chance here. Wandin would. Probably Davey in the end, though. We got the better of it. Fury just overrun it slightly. Russell is back on the ground. Puts him inside 450. Here's Toner. No, he can't quite take the mark. Can they get one out the back here, the Magpies? Now there might be a chance. Tom Toner, check side towards goal. Has missed everything. There we go. So a little reprieve for the Wandin defence. Hines. Back into Brazizi. Short kick, and it works out well. Brazizi got Sam Sayers. He just goes even shorter, though, to Jones. Lewin Jones loads up in the right boot. To a bit of a 2-on-2. Can Fury get up? Batira did really well, but Fury eventually got the ball off hands. Gets him moving. Here we go. Paddy Hodgett might be out here. Can he get to the bounce of the ball in time? Yes, he can. He keeps it in play. Zeetzman kept him corralled. Mullet can't take the mark. But suddenly Wandin once again are looking dangerous. So well done, Joel Zeetzman. Got across. And just important little moments like that. So they're inside forward 50 once again. Up it goes. Johnson comes back on the corridor. Mutimer did well. Just knocked it away. Gentile couldn't quite take it cleanly. Tonner couldn't control it. Through comes Atkins. Ladner did well, but he's turned it over. And now Narre on the counter-attack. Johnson, he can go through the corridor. One-on-one contest. Dwyer wants a call for a hold. He might get it. Yes, he does. Does he move it quickly? Wanted to got to get numbers back. Will Howe's all on his own here, and they've spotted him up, and Will Howe has got it. And he can get this out to a 26-point margin as we near three-quarter time. Massive moment in the game. How does Will Howe get that much room? Look at the partial replay here. He just had acres. Brazizi desperately trying to get back, but he couldn't do so. And Will Howe has already got one goal in the third quarter. Can he make it two? Such a big moment. 22 and a half gone into the third quarter. And Will Howe with a real good look here. 35 out. Starts it right and can't get it to work back. So the breeze must have died off a little bit because that certainly seemed to be the way to go about it. Will Howe 1 goal 3 now. And that's a real let-off for Wandin, who might still be able to cut this back to 15 points before three-quarter time. They'll be very relieved with that. So Todd Garner with the kick-in duties. Long to the outer side. Who can park themselves underneath this? No one can take the mark. Johnson through hands. West. There's cries for ball over in the outer side, but nothing's going to come. Plenty of numbers. In goes Paddy Hodgett. And we'll have another stoppage on the outer side of the ground.
So stoppage on the outer side of the ground. Not long to go in this quarter.
No.
23 minutes gone. The ball's thrown up into play now. When the tap down, Davies. It's on the far side of the ground, trying to get it out there. Was Ladner for Wandin. It's going to be a holding the man free kick going the way of Johnson by the looks of it. Of Narre Warren. And that it is. So Johnson get this free kick. It's on the wing. He'll look to put this inside forward 50. He's played a good game, Johnson. He puts it inside the forward 50. A mark at the back. Almost Dwyer. Crashes the pack, but Wandin retreat. Can they get a mark here? Narre Warren almost. Ball's at the bottom of the pack. Johnson goes in and lays a tackle. Van Duren almost. How's the umpire going to see it? He's going to ask to ball it up. So the ball to be balled up here. It's thrown up back to resume play. Davies again wins the tap down to Mutimer. Mutimer gets a handball away, but not as far as Ladner. But Johnson lays a big tackle on Ladner. So the ball to be balled back up. So the ball's thrown back up into play here. Johnson got the better of that tap. But getting it on the run is Gentile. Gets it over to Tonner. So Tonner now with ball in hand. Goes long into the forward line. Howard could get it out of the back here. There's a holding free kick, and it's going the way of Narre Warren.
I think it's going to Dwyer, Trent.
Just the bigger body. His opponent got worried. Now Dwyer can go back and look to kick his second. So Dwyer, 25 minutes gone in this quarter as well. This would extend the lead back out to 27 points. Dwyer In he comes. Kick is on his way, makes the umpire work, but it's straight through. Dwyer has his second and the lead goes out to 27 points in favour of Narre Warren.
Beautifully done there, Hayden Dwyer. The big ruckman's got his second. Now 25 minutes into the third quarter. Look at the Karsha replay here, and the big ruckman didn't make any mistake. Pretty important game he's had so far. Had the better of the ruck battle and been able to go forward and kick a couple of goals. So the ball's back in the middle once again. Not what Wandin would have needed. Back out to a 27-point difference. It's going to be a massive last quarter required if they're going to be any chance. So we're back in the middle. Clint Johnson up against Jesse Davies in the ruck. Is there one more goal that can Narre make it a 33-point difference? Could Wandin get it back to 21? Davies got the better of the tap. Gets a little chip kick forward. Through comes Mullet. There's another whistle. It's going to go Narre's way. It'll come back to Davies. Davies or Mutimer ran round the back, but he didn't honour that one. He'll just go long himself. Up and under ball inside forward 50. Dwyer! He's got it again! Lewin Jones, he can't believe it down there. Big Hayden Dwyer once again imposing himself on this contest. And he can go back, kick goal number 3 and make this really hard for Wandin heading into the last quarter. He is directly in front, only about 25 out. It's not an impossibly hard task by any means. Hayden Dwyer, what can he do? This would be a massive moment heading into three-quarter time. He puts it away. They loved it off the boot. Hayden Dwyer's got another one. It is 33 points of difference. And Narre inching closer to what would be a wonderful premiership to finish up their time in the Outer East.
Yeah, Dwyer's been one of their better players on the day too, especially in the ruck, but then gone forward and impacted the scoreboard.
Been absolutely brilliant here on the Karsha replay. Couple of stutter steps, but really handling the moment when it counts most is Hayden Dwyer. Closer and closer. There's still a whole quarter of football left to be played, but if Narre can just keep doing what they're doing from here, it's going to be pretty hard for Wandin to get back into this contest. So it's back in the middle once again. But just wait for the band jumper to bring the ball back into the middle of the ground.
27.5 minutes gone.
No, that's it. 33 points the difference it is now. So Wandin really would have missed, or really would have rued those missed opportunities earlier on in this third quarter because they were really dangerous a little period there, but they just weren't able to capitalise. Now Gentile sends Narre Warren inside forward 50 again. Don't tell me. Oh, the siren beats them. There you go. So Wandin would have been very relieved with that. But that is three-quarter time here at Rob Porter Recreation Reserve, and Narre Warren have extended the margin out to 33 points. They are getting closer and closer to what would be a very, very famous premiership. Still a quarter to go, but we will throw it back to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for our three-quarter time break, and when we come back, all the action from the final quarter. And welcome back to Rob Porter Recreation Reserve for the final quarter action of our Premier Division, Premier Division, a grand final. 33 points adrift at the moment are Narre Warren, doing it really well. There's still one quarter to go, but they'll be feeling very confident with themselves at this stage. So we'll see what happens. All to play for here for Wandin. They've really got to start making things happen. They really had a good period of about 6 or 7 minutes in that third quarter, but weren't able to convert their opportunities. And quite simply, when Narre Warren went down their end, they were able to convert opportunities. So that has been the story of the game. 11-7-73 to 5-10-40. We'll go through our grand finals from earlier in the day. For those who missed them, we firstly go through our Box Hill Institute under-19 boys. Pakenham 8-6-54 defeated Officer 5-6-36. And then we also go back through the Premier Division reserves. Up at Tacoma 2-8-20 going down to Narre Warren 4-3-27. We'll now go through the netball grand final that took place earlier today as both sides start to break away from their huddles. In the under-13 East Grand Final, we don't have any results from that just yet, so we'll confirm those through Play HQ soon enough. Rock in the under-15s 35 defeated Monbulk 21. We then head across to the under-17s. Rock 34 defeated Wandin 23, so 11-goal win there for Rock in the 17s Grand Final. In the D grade, Rock 29 defeated Narre Warren at 28. We now head across to the C grade Grand Final. Narre Warren 40 defeated Wandin 39. Now to the B grade grand final for the netball. Rock 45 defeated Narre Warren 41. And then, of course, in the A grade grand final, what a game that was. Narre Warren 43 defeating Mount Evelyn 42 in an incredibly close grand final. And going back-to-back to finish up their time in the Outer East as we wait for play to commence here for the final quarter. Trent, it's all to play for here for Wandin. They've really got to make things happen early. Narre, well, they definitely want to start with the foot on the pedal, but if they can maintain this lead for a lot of the quarter, they'll be able to cruise as it goes on.
Yeah, 100%. They really dominated this game, Narre Warren, but you never say never in a grand final, especially how much we know Wandin can pile on quick goals.
No, you're absolutely right, Trent.
They came for a bit in that third quarter, but then Narre Warren, with the class that they've got, just steadied it out and said, and then extended the lead back out to 33.
Exactly right. Yeah, they missed a few opportunities, didn't they, Wandin? Because it's only 15 scoring shots to 18, but Narre, they were able to convert, and that's been the important thing. They were able to do it 2 weeks ago when Woori were wasteful, and that's the thing you got to love about this Narre Warren side. They make you pay for your mistakes. You've just got to be absolutely on your best. So we will see what happens in this final quarter. Plenty still to happen as we just wait for all the spectators to make their way off the ground. And we will have final quarter action underway not too soon, or not too far away. In fact, 4:15 is local time here at Officer. We've had very long quarters here today too. As we wait for the umpire to hold the ball aloft. And that's exactly what happened. So Charlie Wood up against Jesse Davies in the ruck to start us off in the final quarter. So it looks like Big Hayden Dwyer may have started forward, and fair enough, he's kicked plenty of goals already, and they already might be away. Batira comes back to Gentile, but Atkins got him. Oh, he's been pinged for a dangerous tackle. There you go. And Wandin can't believe that. And the Wandin bench not too pleased about that call. So it'll come back to Peter Gentile.
I think Gentile didn't know what was happening either.
So it comes across to Batira. Batira looks inside forward 50. Can he spot up an option? It's over the head of Brazzi. Dwyer provided a good contest. There's a long kick into the pocket. But it's out of bounds on the full, so it will be a free kick for Wandin in the back pocket, who can get the ball moving out of defence. So Tommy Hines will be the recipient. Hines looks up ahead. And that's where he goes. High up another ball. Can the mark be taken here? No, it can't, through the hands of Hodgett. And now Narre Warren, they're going to reload in a couple of moments. Long kick inside forward 50. Toner is there. Picked up by Sewers. Kick was smothered. Can Toner go in? Soccer off the ground is offline. And it will be thrown back into play. But Tom Toner once again looking very dangerous forward. So Bandry throwing in the forward pocket. Let's see what they can do here. Can Narre get the first or the last? Can they get this out to a 39-point margin? Dwyer got rid of his man. Oh, he just couldn't get the kick away. 4 goals was absolutely beckoning there for a moment, but just couldn't quite complete the job. Hayden Dwyer. We have another stoppage inside the forward 50, and Narre Warren Wandin need to get this ball moving out of here pretty quickly. Dwyer couldn't quite take it cleanly once again. Paddle back the other way. Here is Beckwith, but there was no communication with Fury. And now Narre about to get the ball back under their control again. Was there a free kick to be paid to Scalzo? No. Umpire calls them to go. Wandin holding the ball sharp, taken in the tackle here. And we will have another stoppage. It's a real hot, heavy, congested ball for the moment. Both strides really struggling to get the ball clear. Up it goes once again. Dwyer on the tap. Heads towards the boundary line. Eventually want to get the ball under their control. Mullet with a high up and under ball. Can a mark be taken here? Yes, it can. But beautifully done by Jesse Davies behind the ball, who looks further ahead. Davies loads up on the right boot. Can he find a set of hands? Brazzi eventually drags it in.
So Davies, originally a defender, so they've put him behind the ball to settle it down.
That's it. Brazzi does well. Unleashes Hurst. Hurst comes back in ball with a handball. Van Duren almost within range, but he's taken on the tackle straight away. And now Narre Warren on the counter attack.
Here they go. Gentile almost grabs the ball and he gets it now and gets the handball back. Now they can try and go inside forward 50. They run. Kick is smothered though. Wandin could pounce on this if they get their Beckwith does. And he gets the handball over the top. Now a tackle is laid. And the stoppage is probably going to be paid here. Yep, ball up is going to be the decision by the umpire. And as the ball looks to be ball back up here for the 2 ruckmen to go at it. And it's thrown back up. Davies wins that tap against Wood. But Wandin look to get the clearance. Matter of fact, no they don't. Mute him up, but he's kicked it straight into his teammates' back of his legs. And now it's going to be a ball up, I believe. Yes, it is a ball up. So the ball will be brought up here. Davies and Wood. Davies got the better of that tap again. Is that a high contact free kick? Umpire says no. Scalzo going in. And it's going to be another stoppage and ball up. So a lot of stoppages being played here. The umpire gets ready to throw this one up. And that he does. Would have got the better of this this time. Tonner goes in, but he's tackled straight away. And it's not going anywhere, so the umpire's going to gather it and throw this one up again.
Very hot and heavy at the moment.
The ball's thrown up. Davies grabs it out of the ruck this time and just kicks it forward, looking for Tom Toner. Is the boundary line going to beat him? Yes, he is. He's helped over the boundary line while he's at it too. He's got Tom Hines trying to claim a free kick, but it looks like he's going to go to Tom Toner for the push in the back. He cops it to help him over the boundary line. So Tom Toner now will send this ball inside forward 50 as they get it down there. Kinamar be taken out the back. West is there, but it's helped over the line. It's going to be a boundary throw in. Inside the forward 50 for Narre Warren. The umpire setting up to throw this one back in. Throws this ball back in. Wood to go up against Dwyer. And Dwyer meets it at the front and then just taps it down. Hines comes in. Did he cop one high? I think the umpire said yes. Yes, he did. And he's going to give a free kick to Tom, the skipper, Hines. In the back pocket. He goes laterally. Finds a teammate down there. Now they'll come up the middle, but did they bite a bit too much so they could chew? Punches come out the back. Unima is tracking it. So through Zeetzman. Zeetzman meets the head on it. Gets through to it. And he tucks it under his arm. Puts it deep inside the forward line. Can a mark be taken? Dwyer! Dwyer already has 3. Can go back and kick his 4th.
Trent, he wants this best on ground medal as Hayden Dwyer. He wants it so bad. And gee, how good has he been going forward today? He's just imposed himself at these marking contests. Look at that in the Kasha replay. 1, 2, 3, dragged it in. And he will get a very good look here from only about 20 metres out.
So Dwyer will line up for his 4th goal here and to extend the lead out to 39 points for Narre Warren. They went down last year to Wandin in the grand final with 63 points. They will now lead by 39 points if Dwyer puts this through. Kick is on its way. Kick is good. He's got 4. Out to 39 points.
Magnificent stuff, 12-7-79, and that is just the start that Narre Warren would have needed. 6 minutes into this final quarter, they've got the first goal. Hayden Dwyer, he's got 4 goals, and what a game he has played.
Yeah, he's just dominated whether it's in the ruck or up forward. And he's just been mobile around the ground, and when he goes forward, he's crunching those marks.
He's been absolutely magnificent as we wait for the ball to come back into the middle of the ground. It just gets harder and harder for Wandin. They need at least 7 goals in this final quarter. They've only kicked 5 for the whole game. Wood won the tap, tracked back by Mullet, eventually gets it under his control, got it back to Van Duren, who eventually get back onto his left, which he can do, and Cody Hurst did well. No, he didn't quite take the mark. It spilled out at the last moment. I thought he got there, but no, he didn't. Plenty of numbers around the ball, and the umpire comes in, calls for it, and we will have a stoppage in the centre square, forward to centre for Wandin. So the Dogs got to get creative here. Got to start making things work. Up it goes. Tapped down by Wood. Here comes Brazzi, but tackled straight away by Bader. Brilliantly done by Corey Bader. And he holds him up. So we'll have yet another stoppage. Inside the centre square. Up it goes. Davies won the tap. Socket by Mullet to about centre half forward. Can a mark be taken? Plenty of bouncing ball. Declan Brown knocks it back into the corridor. Through comes Scalzo. Got rid of Brazzi. Stepped around Hurst. Got the kick away as a bit of a wobbly one. Might still work out if Johnson can get the ball under his control. Can't do so. Through comes Sam Hodger. He just can't pick up that wobbly ball. Now Harrison Byrne gets a kick away. Might turn it over though. Sewells will track it to the boundary line, but he won't get there in time. And it will be thrown back into play. So Wood will go up in the ruck again for Wandin. Jesse Davies alongside him. So what will happen here? High up and under ball. Davies got the tap. Brazzi just couldn't quite get his hands onto it. Chase Black. So too John Ladner. Long kick inside forward 50. Johnson won't be able to take the mark. Daniel Hurst. Can he get the bounce of the ball to go his way? Yes, he can. That's a really good tackle laid by Hayden Johnson. Here we go. Scalzo once again being very busy. Now the kick comes off the boot of Patworth as he turned it over. Brazzi flew him from the side but couldn't take it. Now Chase Black gathered the bouncing ball beautifully. Gets a kick away in the right. Long kick inside forward 50. Hodgett can't take the mark. Jaworski couldn't quite take it cleanly. Does he get the high contact free? No, he doesn't. Gee, he did slip over. A little bit lucky maybe for Trent Patworth. It would have been unlucky had it happened, but it would have been there nonetheless anyway. Wandin looking dangerous in these last couple of minutes. Cody Hurst can't take it cleanly. Sockers it forward momentarily. Picked up by Declan Brown. Beautifully done to Scalzo. Got it away to Tonner. Gets the ball moving to the outer side of the ground. Once again, Mutsayas comes across. But here is big Hayden Dwyer, who's been so good in this game. But Mutsayas eventually wins the foot race and chips it short to Van Duren. Harrison Van Duren, he's the man who could probably set him up inside forward 50. Long kick off that left boot of his. Big flyers needed. No one can take the mark. Ball once again into spin at half forward. Zeitsman's got it wrapped up by Hurst and will have a stoppage at the half forward flank for Wandin. Frantic couple of minutes of football. Up it goes once again. Wood. Davies it was who got the tap though. Scalzo, been really good today, the veteran. He's been penalised for holding the ball. It'll come back to Beckwith. He can't waste any time. Chips it in. Johnson. Is he paid the mark? Yes. Now Brazzi wants a 25-metre penalty, but I think it was simultaneous with the whistle. So Clint Johnson has got one goal on the afternoon, and he just has to seize the opportunity here. His team are 39 points adrift. They've just got to make everything work from here, Wandin. Already 10 minutes gone in this final quarter. Clint Johnson, directly in front, 35 metres out, to spark some sort of life into this grand final. In he comes. Looks pretty good off the boot, but it's drifting across to the right, and he's missed. And another opportunity goes begging for Wandin. Johnson, 1 goal 3 of the afternoon, 5-11-41. They are now to 12-7-79.
Zeitsman to bring the ball back in for Narre Warren. He's been so reliable down back today, as he is most weeks. And he goes wide. No mark can be taken. Waiting at the back was Gardner, but it's gone further than him. And it's going to be helped over the line for a boundary throw in. Literally in the middle of the ground on the far side. The ball to be balled back in. Davies going up against the ruck against Wood. Ball thrown back into play now. Davies gets the front position. Wood probably got a middle finger on that, but Davies goes back and gets the clearing handball. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Can it make its way out? Yes, it does. Eventually, Scalzo gets a kick, but it's Wandin with ball in hand now. They send it to centre half forward. Zeitzman comes across, cuts it off. He's still in a foot race against Paddy Hodger. Jaworski comes and lays a tackle, but Zeitzman gets around him too. Van Duren has it though, with the big long kick. Puts it on the boot in the direction of Johnson. Thumped away by Papworth. Now they can go forward here. They get the clearing kick towards the boundary line, but it's all Wandin here. Brazzi almost falls over. Suarez comes and gets, gives away a high contact free kick. Fair enough too. Brazzi looks to bring it into the middle of the ground. He does. Could this be cut off by D'Antone? No, it's gone over their head to Ladner. Ladner goes wide. Finds Byrne. Byrne now at half forward. Doesn't know where to go. Gives a handle over the top. Now Ladner can go and get this. Almost gets around the Scalzo tackle without a high contact free kick. No, umpire says play on. Now they keep going. Kick inside by Garner. Now ball at the bottom of the pack. He's going to get a high contact free kick here.
Gee.
That Johnson at the bottom of the pack, I think it is.
It is.
So Johnson will get a free kick.
I reckon Van Duren just can't speak here. Should have just had a ping there before Trent. He was well within range. We know he can kick at least about 60 metres on the drop punt, so I thought it would have been worth having a shot. But anyway, Clint Johnson eventually will get his opportunity.
38 points, 12 minutes gone in the last quarter. Johnson, and he's missed again.
There we go.
So he's missed plenty of opportunities, and Clint Johnson's kicked 1 goal 4.
Very disappointing day. Really one of those what-if days for Clint Johnson if he'd kick straight.
Zeitzman to bring the ball back in from fullback. So just go and gather the ball now. Now they bring it wide. They've done that well. Just a short kick to the back pocket. They'll probably opt to go along down the line now. That they do to the pack and contest players, but it's Wandin who get the ball out the back. It's going to be a free kick, matter of fact. Going the way of Narre Warren. And then they'll bring it. Looks like it's Jesse Davies. Yes, it is. Jesse Davies will be sitting with that free kick on the wing there. So he goes long down the line, looking for a teammate down the line. Dwyer, unable to hold the mark though. Mac brings the ball to ground. Narre Warren now with ball in hand, sends it forward. Johnson is there. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. How? We'll have to kick this all of 50. Wilhouse.
1 goal 3 for Wilhouse so far.
Chance to kick his second. Gives a handball off to Gentili, who has a big long leg on him.
Just offline.
Just offline. 2 goals in the first quarter at Gentili. He's first behind. Gardner to bring the ball back in. Comes wide. He does that well and finds Fury. Fury turns around immediately, plays on for halfback, looking for Jaworski. Jaworski, can he get it out the back? Knocks it to ground by West, but then he goes and gets it, steps around a couple, gives a handball back to Mullet. Mullet into the pocket. That's a beautiful kick to Johnson. Johnson now with ball in hand. It's been a good target up forward, but he's kicked 1 goal forward, so he hasn't converted his chances when had shots on goal. So Johnson kicks on his way, and he kicks it this time. He's got his second.
There we go. Let's get it back to 32 points to Wandin. But you feel like it's starting to become a little too late. Nearly 15 minutes gone into this final quarter. So good finish there by Clint Johnson. Gets his second goal for the afternoon, but 2 goals, 4 he is. It really could have been such a massive day for him, but just unable to seize the opportunities. Ball comes back into the middle. So Wood in the ruck once again up against Davies. Up it goes. Davies got the better of the tap. And a dumping tackle is laid, and we'll have take 2 in the centre. Chase Black just making sure to Peter Gentile felt every bit of that. Up it goes. Davies again won the tap. Sharked by Black. Can't get it under his control. Picked up eventually by Wood. Did well at ground level. Byrne got it away just in time. High up and under ball to the outer side of the ground. Sounds like there's a whistle here for little incident right back towards the middle of the ground. So Hamish West will be the recipient. Didn't quite see what happened there.
15.5 minutes gone in the last.
Yeah, exactly right, Trent. So West goes out wide and does eventually find a target. And Narre look like they're ready to just start chipping the ball around. They won't be too far away from that. 32 points the difference. Is the mark taken here? Yes, Daniel Adden did well. Assesses the options on the outer side. Just decides to go short with the kick though to Manson. It didn't go the required journey. And it heads towards a boundary line. Tommy Hines is happy to see it over, and we'll have another boundary throw in. Inside forward 50 for Narre Warren. They would love to get another goal here. Don't need to do too much scoring really, but the more you can just put the result beyond doubt, the more comfortable you'll feel. Dwyer smashes it back towards Sharp. Here is Tom Toner. Was he taken high? No, umpire calls him to go. Plenty of pressure here from the Wandin defence. Tommy Hines comes in. So does Ladden, and so too Mutsa has a triple tackle. And I think we're going to have... No, it's going to be a free kick to Wandin, so he's been penalised holding the ball there, Tom Toner. Umpire said you took him on. Hines. Again, just goes down the line. Big fly. No mark is taken. And now Narre Warren can once again reload. Gentile looks to put him inside forward 50. Tommy Hines, though, once again with a really good intercept, but he wanted to just turn this ball over. Garner tackled straight away by Will Howe. Plenty of Narre players looking to pounce here. Dan Toner, one of those. Ball comes to ground level. West is taken in the tackle. Umpire circling. And eventually calls for it. We'll have another stoppage inside forward 50 of Narre Warren here. Up it goes once again. Dwyer, don't tell me he's going to kick a fifth. Oh, he's just offline. He's just had such a brilliant day today, Hayden Dwyer. It's his first blemish on the scoreboard. He kicked 4 goals straight to that point, but he's certainly lurking. He'd love a 5th goal. Been a brilliant day for him. Todd Garner with the kicking duties for Wandin. Just goes with a barrel up the middle, and that's probably going to have to be the way for the Dogs from here. Davies parks himself underneath it, and a good strong mark. And he's been really good aerially today, has Jesse Davies. Didn't honour the Johnson lead laterally. He's just going to pump it straight back inside forward 50. Exactly where he goes. Will Howe is there. Fisted away by Lewin Jones. Tom Toner picked up in the pocket. Umpire calls advantage. Toner into the open goal. Puts it away. And he makes it a 39-point difference. And Narre are home, I reckon, Trent.
He kicks his third too, Aiden.
And he's had a brilliant day too, as Tom Toner. He just put the Jets on, backed himself in. And here's one of the stars of this competition, Tom Toner. And there we go. Out comes Sammy. And let's have a look at the replay. Just stepped around Sam Mutsa. It's a little bit too easily, to be perfectly honest. Garner tried to put the smother on. Didn't matter. Got the goal. Makes it 39 points of difference. What a day Narre Warren have had. Was he putting his name in the hat for the best on ground? Tom Toner. Kick of about 40 required on a tightish angle. Just be some more icing on the cake here for Narre. We're already into red time now. So Tom Toner looks pretty good off the boots. Oh, what a kick. What a finish from Tom Toner. Back-to-back goals. It is a 45-point difference. It just keeps getting better for the Magpies.
He's got his fourth there too. Jeez. He loved it too with the celebration, and now he's a class finish on that tight angle.
Fantastic again from Tom Toner. We know he can go forward as we wait for the ball to come back into the middle.
And what are we, 20 minutes gone in the last quarter. So no more than 10 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, longest 30 minutes. They've been long quarters today, 27-10, 27-43 and 38 in particular.
Wood gets that tap down, looking for his teammate Atkins. Atkins goes and gets it, tries to get around this, spins around and decides to snap it over his head to centre half forward. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Paddy Hodgett has it now. Hodgett just goes short over the top, and he's done that well. Jaworski with ball in hand, and he quickly gets off his mark. Lines up. Kick is on his way. Makes the umpire work a little bit, but it's through the middle. So Jaworski's kicked one. That's his second.
Good finish there for Geordie Jaworski. Gets it back to 39 points, but yeah, just feels like it's a little bit too late for Wandin. Look, it's been a terrific season for them, but just hasn't quite been their day-to-day. But you felt like Narre were going to fuel that hunger of last year's disappointment to really try and go that one step better as the ball comes back into the middle.
Ball back in the middle. Dwyer in the ruck now against Wood. Ball will be thrown up here. Ball's balled up. Tap down. Mutimer traces after it. Black beats him to it and gets the handball away. Can they get it from here up? Van Duren puts a boot on the ball. It's tapped down. And it's inside their forward 50 now. Can they make something of this? No, it's a clearing. Looks to get a clearing kick out of there. They handball it over the top to Hines, the skipper. He runs around and tries to put it back to half forward. Punched. Could be in the favour of Wandin. Going and getting in and handballing it over the top of his head with Beckwith. And it's helped over the line for a boundary throw in. So they're still trying, which is good to see. Ball's going to make its way over for a boundary throw in. Dwyer to go up against Wood. Ball's thrown back into play. Dwyer taps it down. It looks like the boundary line's going to beat them. Mutimer does pick it up, but then he's helped over the line for a boundary throw in. So the ball will be balled back into play again for a boundary throw in. Ball thrown back into play now. Tapped down one by Wood. Narre Warren pounce on it over there. Tackled straight away, so we're going to have another ball up. Just need that clearing handball, clearing kick to get out into space to break the congestion. Dwyer wins this tap down. And this could be it as they get it through Bader. Gets the handball away, but it's tackled straight away now. Tonner. The ball falls to the bottom of the pack. It could find its way out. The umpire blows his whistle and he's going to ball this one up in the defensive 50 for Narre Warren. So the ball getting ready to be balled up here. Both ruckman probably got a tap on that. Mutimer grabs and gives the handball, then handballs it and gets his own handball. Now a kick there out of the defensive 50 by West. Will this stay in play? Yes, it will. Flying over the top is Jones. It's going to go over the line for a boundary throw in.
So boundary thrown on the outer side of the ground. Jones just thumping it almost into the next postcode, to be perfectly honest. Still 39 points of difference. And Narre could almost taste it now. Davies to the front, couldn't quite win the tap. Here is Atkins, gets a kick away, sends him long inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken here? Hayden Dwyer is now behind the ball, playing in defence. And once again, the ball makes its way over and it will be thrown back into play. So another boundary thrown inside the forward 50 of Narre Warren. Clint Johnson will go up on the ruck on this occasion. So Hayden Dwyer will take this ruck contest. Love to see Hayden Dwyer get forward and kick a fifth try, and I think that'll be a great way to cap off his day. He's just been so brilliant. Johnson, good couple of second efforts, but eventually it's Narre Warren who are going to come away with the ball. Jacob Mutimer gets a kick away. Sam Hodgett slaps it over, and once again we'll have another boundary throw in on the outer side. So boundary throw in once again. Wood up on the ruck on this occasion for Wandin. Eventually Hayden Dwyer comes across. Dwyer probably just got the better of the tap. Mutimer knocked it back the other way. Chase Black's in there, so too is Beckwith. Comes back into the corridor. Can Atkins get the bounce of the ball? No, he can't. Picked up by Russell. Did well. Sold the candy on Brazisi. Got a kick away on the left. Up and under ball, but he's turned it over. Sam Hodgett did well. Just tracked back at the right moment. Gets a kick away on the right this time. Long ball down the line. Is that going to be turned? Hayden Dwyer, sorry. No, Mark was paid. Thought he had his name written all over that one. Tonner did well, sold the candy, but Beckwith just absolutely drives him into the ground. No holding the ball is paid. Or is it? Bit of advice from the Wandin crowd here to the umpire. And a little bit happening out there. There's your yellow card. There we go. And Brody Atkins, it looks like, has been sent off. I think he got sent off in the preliminary final as well, Brody Atkins, so wasn't too pleased about it. So a little incident out on the outer side wing as we just wait for play to commence. So the free kick to go Narre Warren's way and in the hands of Josh Tonner. Mitch Tonner, sorry, in fact. Mitch Tonner. Just happy to run some seconds off the clock. Atkins eventually makes his way off and Cody Hurst will come on. Tonner will just go long down the line, high up and under ball. Who can get under it here? Lewin Jones once again gets the fist in. It might work out okay. Beckwith kept it in play. Did he? No. Another boundary throw in on the outer side. So unlikely to be a long last quarter. Lots of stoppages to finish it off here. So boundary throw in once again. Wood pretty much not really competed with in that ruck contest, just taps it back over his head into the corridor. They'll go long inside forward 50. Zeitsman couldn't quite take the mark. Beautifully trapped there by Cody Hurst. Handball was cut up though by Zeitsman. Can they get another goal here, Warner? Can they get it back to 33 points at least? Narre got all the numbers. Bader eventually tracks it back. Is there another whistle here? No, umpire calls them to go for the moment. Got it to Russell. Russell gets them moving forward. Beautifully done here. And now they'll get a kick down the line. Will Narre Warren Davies! What about that from Jesse Davies? That is a huge fly in the grand final. Let's have a look at this one on the Kasha replay. And as Dan Toner, by the looks of it, put it up, and Jesse Davies has launched himself into the stratosphere. That is a big climb, and just use Sam Hodgett as a stepping ladder as they go inside forward 50. And there's a free kick. Is this another Narre shot at goal coming up? Magnificent stuff there from Jesse Davies. And another player saw behind play. How about this? Bit of a war zone out there to finish off this last quarter. It's Tom Toner now. Got a bit of cramp maybe, has he? He just got a little bit of a stinger to the leg. Anyway, Riley Sewers, who has been a little bit quiet today, but he will get a bit of a look in front of goal now. Doesn't really seem to care that his teammate Tom Toner there's a bit sore on the ground. He's just going to go back and have this shot at goal. Can he get it back out to a 45-point difference? Love to get himself involved. Would Riley Sewers. In he comes on that trusty left boot of his. Just puts it across the face to the left. So 40 points the difference. 14-10-94 now, Wandin. Sewers just unable to convert that opportunity. So first time he's troubled the scorers today. Tom Hines. Not really too happy with the options up ahead. And eventually the umpire calls him to go. So Tommy Hines just loads up in that right boot, looking for Van Duren, who flew a little bit but couldn't quite take the mark. Brazisi did pretty well. Got it away to Jaworski, and there's the siren! And Narre Warren are home! Once again, the Premiers here in the Outer East. The best team all year. What a fantastic season, just the one loss. Commiserations to Wandin. It was an absolutely magnificent season all year, but they couldn't do the very tough job of going back to back. Trent, what a magnificent performance.
Yeah, it was, Aiden, and it was Narre Warren who dominated the game all along, and they've come away with the victory.
Fantastic grand final once again for Narre Warren. They take away the A grade, they take away the senior football, and they should be very happy with this. We're now going to head down to the post-match celebrations with Narre Warren. Try and get a couple of interviews.
So yeah, Aiden's going to run down there. We might throw it down to a break for this, for a song, and then head back up for Aiden to do the ceremony presentations.
Well, that does conclude our Premier Division Senior Grand Final in Outer East Football for season 2024. And congratulations to Narre Warren, our premiers for 2024. I'd now like to call up the competition president, Tony Mitchell, to present all the medals and awards. I'd firstly like to call up Wandin coach Nick Adam to please say a few words.
Am I going up there? I'd just like to congratulate Narre Warren. They've been the benchmark this year. I think we fired every shot we had today, but the intensity that they came out with is probably something that hasn't defined the way they've played their best footy, but they brought intensity today that we didn't cope with. And yeah, Steve, fantastic effort, mate. And I wish you all the well next year in Southern, and enjoy tonight. I think the key piece is that they feel so good when you win them, because they hurt so much when you don't. And to my boys, I couldn't be more proud to coach you. I'd love to be standing here and about to celebrate, but I know more than anything that we'll be back next year. And to all the Wandin faithful that had come out today to support us, we proudly represent our community and will continue to do so. But congratulations to Narre Warren.
I'd now like to call up Ollie Jessup from our umpiring panel from today's grand final to collect their medals, and congratulations to their appointment for today's grand final. Now to present the best on ground medal for today's grand final from Narre Warren, number 11, Tom Toner. We'll now start to present the medals for the Narre Warren side. Firstly, number 1, Kurt Mutimer. Number 3, Brad Scalzo. Number 4, Hamish West. Number 5, Peter Gentile. Number 7, Corey Bader. Number 8, Will Howe. Number 10, Mitch Tonner. Number 11, Tom Toner. Number 12, Tom Russell. Number 13, Jesse Davies. Number 17, Jacob Udemer. Number 18, Hayden Dwyer. Number 19, Declan Brown. Number 23, Sam Johnson. Number 25, Jordan Batira. Number 27, Daniel Toner. Number 32, Riley Sewers. Number 33, Hayden Johnson. Number 36, Josh West. Number 48, Brayden Sharp. Number 48, Brayden Sharp. The captains, firstly, number 21, Trent Papworth. And number 34, Joel Zeitzman. And the coach, Stephen Kidd.
Congratulations, mate. Thank you. Well done, guys.
To Wandin, I tell you what, you guys are a great football club, and you know, play so hard and tough to beat. And probably we were hoping for a little slip up, finishing third, and maybe get knocked out early. And you know, super team, and play for your jumper. And bad luck today. I think it was great for our guys to get a bit of redemption, but super club, and all the best going forward. To our team, unbelievable effort right from the start of the year. What we were able to achieve week in, week out. Lost the one game in the wet, and you know, you boys have just amazed me every week. I've been waiting for a slip up here or there, but what you've been able to do is just awesome. My assistant coaches, couldn't ask for a better group of assistant coaches. The support that I get from everyone in the club is just huge. So I'm so thankful for that. To the league, thank you very much for everything you've done for us. I know we're moving on, but I just can't thank you enough for what you've done. The umpires today were fantastic. So, and just want to finish. I think we got the reserves, A grade, netball, and C grade. We talk about this little emblem on our jumper, and Narre Warren is one of the best clubs in Victoria for sure. We find a way, we do what we have to do, we stick together, and we're so tight. Couldn't be more proud of this club and to coach it. It's just a dream come true for me, so enjoy this, boys.
We present to you our Premier Division Igor Premiers, Narre on!
Box Hill Institute and Lilydale Lakeside.